Here we go.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Thursday, April 30th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Vigo Gordon.
Man, how are we already through May, dude?
April, you mean?
Well, it's May. Tomorrow.
May, yes.
Tomorrow.
Life flies.
Yeah. And you're having fun. And I'm having a blast doing this with you, big guy.
This is about the only thing that's been a blast lately.
That's
it
not
feels
true.
like.
But yeah, I mean, I'll have stuff to talk about it on next pod because my daughter's birthday's coming up.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
I'll never forget that.
Party
now.
every birthday.
Yep.
Blessing and a curse, I'm sure.
Do you all have plans at least on what you're doing?
Yeah, we're so she's our little music lover.
Okay.
So she likes to dance and she likes to sing. So there's this little place, shout out Art Factory close by.
Okay.
Art Factory off
Yeah.
of Hull Street. It's right by Sergio's pizza joint that I
Good
jam.
place. Yeah.
I got to give you my pizza
that's right.
order. Sergio's, best in the biz.
Okay.
I've got no complaints. It's our go-to. It's pretty basic B, but I throw one extra thing in there that kind of spices it up.
I mean, I'm going to sound very cliche, but does it have pineapple on it?
No, it does not
Okay.
have pineapple in Hawaii because I lived in Hawaii for years. Jeez, grow up. No, but yeah, we're going to Art Factory, and they do this for like kids of her age. They'll have like a dance party. They'll turn the lights off, and they'll give them like glow in the dark paint, and you'll have a white shirt, and you can like color your shirt,
cool.
and then it glows in the dark, and they're just dancing.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun thing. So she'll have a blast. She's got a
Nice.
bunch of people from her class going, so good time. I'll give you the update.
I can't wait.
Give you the update. Hope it's better than the last kid's birthday I went to, which was Chuck E. Cheese, and I got violently ill afterwards. Total GI.
Did
you remember this?
Eat the food?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Oh, from a while ago.
Yes.
I just from this past weekend. I was like, again?
No. Okay, no. I've learned my lesson.
Okay.
I was like, no, this can't happen twice, right? Is that a fingernail in my pizza? Yeah, it's probably just an extra topping.
Yeah.
Extra crunchy pepperoni.
onion.
Ooh, yeah, that makes more sense. If there's a fingernail that looks like a pepperoni, you better get yourself to a doctor.
boy.
Yikes. But no, that's in the future. We're talking to the past. We always start out with the weekends, man. So you had some special guests in town.
I did. Yeah, probably the most special guests that could make it into the home.
Aww.
My loving parents
Aww.
came up for a few days.
I'm at Oz, but yes, that's adorable.
It was wonderful.
Yes, they stayed with you.
They stayed with us.
They stayed in the hot box that is Casa de Semco.
They did. Thankfully, it was only one day that was bad.
Yeah.
Neighbors, God bless them. The guys got something for everything.
Is this the same guy he's prepared in every occasion?
Yes.
Okay, that's
I
a
don't
good
know
neighbor to
where
have.
I don't know where he keeps it all.
You know what it is? He is your Ned Flanders.
He absolutely
He
is.
is your Ned Flanders.
And he's as nice as Ned Flanders
Yeah.
without the oakley dokley.
Howdy doodly, neighborino. You should start doing that to him, see if he picks up on it.
That's not a bad thing. He might.
Yeah.
He'd probably find it funny. He's got a good little sense of
Yeah.
humor. But no, he gave us a little, put it in the window, AC unit we could put in the parents' bedroom. So I
Okay.
think they needed it just for one day. But after that, it actually got a little cool
You
in
did.
the house.
We had a cold spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we were more than happy with.
I bet.
But no, it was a great trip. Only really like two things super stood out. One was just finally somebody other than my wife and I got to actually see how our dog really is.
Okay, you're like, I'm not making this up.
Correct.
This is what she's like.
Because every time anyone else is around, just cowers in a corner, basically.
Okay.
Stares and growls.
Yes.
And we're like, literally yesterday, she was like zoomies, nudging us for food, growling at us, trying to get our attention, but no one ever sees it.
Right.
So thankfully,
They got to see it. It took a couple days.
It took a few years, but yes. No, she did it off the bat, but that was really
Oh,
good.
okay.
But she was
That's good.
great.
Yeah.
It was nice for someone else to actually see that.
You're like, she's not, just the most introverted
I
dog
know.
you've ever met in your life.
She's making progress.
She's not
as
an
well.
emo pup.
I know.
She's got the haircut. She's like, the hair's over her eyes. She's like moody and broody and all that stuff.
Oh, those emo kids back in our day, man.
I feel like Seabear almost went through an emo phase. He didn't, but he almost did. He started putting his hair down like right around here.
Was he dating
doing
someone
this.
that was?
I don't think so. He is a dating chameleon. We've
Yeah.
talked about this.
I don't know if we
Yes.
talk about it on the pod.
Well, I'm bringing it up on the pod. Dating chameleon, that guy.
Yeah,
He's adaptable. He's
Very.
an adaptable boyfriend.
yeah. Which has its pluses and minuses, I guess.
Yeah. I always wonder, it's like, do you lose your identity? But I think he's just so easygoing. He just goes along with it. He's like, you know what? I'm okay. Yeah. It's like, I'm happy as long as you're happy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, all good there. But yeah, the only other thing that happened was, of course, my dad and I had to play a little game of golf.
Of course.
And of course, it's decently competitive. But we were getting into the back nine, and I think he was up by like 6 or 7 strokes. And I was like, I've been hitting the ball a little better these last couple of holes. You better watch out.
Ooh.
My dad just said to me, well, I really got to make sure you don't win because I don't want to hear about it on the podcast.
Bam. We've made it.
Yes.
We are affecting people's lives outside of the recording. So thank you for that, Mr. Semko.
I know.
Give us that boost of confidence.
As much as it really made me want to go out there and like whoop you to talk about it on the pod, it did feel kind of cool knowing that, man, I guess people were kind of worried about or thinking about what they got to say.
I don't want their friends and their listeners, all 30 of them, to know that I lost it on the back nine. My God. That's hilarious.
But he definitely took that to heart, upped his game.
Oh.
From the jump. The first tee shot on 10 smoked it down the middle.
Yeah, he was just like,
and like every tee shot after that was just crushed.
See, this is why he's your dad. That you would have the same kind of mindset. Absolutely. You would just laser in.
Yeah.
And not today.
No, and he wouldn't give me. I think I had like a nice couple like bogeys in a row.
Okay, I love you. That's where we are. We're like, hey, I got a couple bogeys, so there's that.
And of course, then my dad had to go par both of those holes.
Of course.
But I shot a gentleman's 103.
A gentleman's 103. Hey, I'm not turning my nose up at that, man. I'll be happy if I break 100 ever in my life.
It's just once it snowballs on you, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, so you're 103. That's good, but you won't be joining the PGA anytime soon.
Not even close.
I mean, it sounds like you won't be joining the Live Golf anytime soon either, but for a very different reason.
I was going to say, the chances of me making the tour were closer than possibly like within the next year because we got a lot going on.
Holy cow. So it came out yesterday. I think Wall Street Journal kind of broke the story, but the Saudis, apparently, they officially don't have as much money as everybody thought. Or they just said, we've hemorrhaged enough money on this league, and they have officially announced that they're pulling all funding for Live Golf.
I just can't believe that you spent 5 years paying $100 million a month. What did you really spend all that on to have it's such an unsuccessful tour?
So unsuccessful, man. I mean, yeah, you got all the best, well, most of the best players. But you're throwing $300 million at Rahm.
Yeah.
You're throwing like $400 million at DeChambeau. Like, you're just hemorrhaging money, but they just have it. It's not even a loss for them. They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll just charge an extra, I don't know, $2 a barrel of oil and make that up in 30 days.
Yeah,
they'll be fine.
But that tells you how unsuccessful that league was. Where even them were like, okay, this is a little too rich for us. Yeah. Let's get out of Dodge.
I think though it was doomed from the start. I was thinking about it. I don't know if you remember it all, but when the MLS started in this country, they wanted to be different than every other soccer league in the world. They had a clock that went from your 45-minute half, and it counted down to 0. Once it hit 0, a horn blew and the game was over, or half was over in the game. There was no stoppage time. There was no nothing. And then, if a game was tied, they were like, you know what? I know everywhere else it's a tie game.
Yeah.
And you just get a point for a tie. No, we're going to do like they do in hockey and do a shootout.
Yeah. Penalty kicks. PKs.
Not PKs. Oh, no. It was literally like in hockey where they start from midfield.
Oh, yes.
They dribble.
Yes.
It was so stupid. But it's like Live Golf was like, I mean, for everything from we're going to wear shorts.
Yep.
We're not going to play 72 or 4 days.
Yeah.
We're going to have teams.
Yeah.
We're going to do a shotgun start. It's like, if you guys had just tried to be like every other tour around the world, you might have had a shot. But you were so gimmicky from the jump.
Yeah.
And the players suffered because of it.
Yeah. They were the XFL of golf.
Yes. It was
like all that was missing. All that was missing was like the scantily clad cheerleaders. And maybe that's what would have fixed it for them. They'll go all in. If you're going to go that far,
Yeah.
just put all the chips in the pot. Like half naked cheerleaders. Them doing like beer cake or cake stands right before they take a tee shot. Kid Rock's playing the national anthem every tournament. Just go all the way.
I'd be more in tune to want to watch that.
The problem is that like I feel like the reason that PGA can sustain is because Live is very much how I feel like the majority of amateur golfers play. They're like, I'm in shorts and I'm doing this and I'm just goofing and like I'm having a beer. We're just like goofing.
Yeah.
It's like it's too much like what I already do. Like the PGA, it feels like it's a high pressure cooker and it's intense. And yes, there's a little cloud to it and a little like hoity-toityness to it, but it's like it's not something that I can do or want to do and go out there. But yeah, so is this the death knell? Is this the end of Live?
How could it not be? I mean, the tour might somehow still survive, but I think people are going to go do like I think it used to be the European tour, now it's like the DP World Tour they call it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Live Golf would be like a third tier at best tour. But if they're not going to get, the only reason these players went to the tour was for the money.
Yes.
There was no other reason. I mean, they were upset at the PGA, but they wouldn't have gone if they were getting the same amount of money or maybe slightly more. You couldn't even survive by paying guys hundreds of millions of dollars. How are you going to get people to stay on this tour now?
Yeah.
Because they don't like it. They don't like the competitiveness. It's not competitive. Their game suffers. They can't go play a major and win anymore.
Right.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
So
and it's like, and I feel like wasn't there like a commitment? It's like, yeah, they played 54 holes or something insane like that instead of
54
instead
of 72.
72. So they're like, we're shortening it, but they're putting more tourneys or more. You have to play more. It's like less at once, but more like tourneys. You have to do so many, and it's just burning them out. And again, where's the motivation? You gave me my money up front.
I know.
What? Like, there's no incentive. Yes, there's a purse. But I already got the bag.
Rahm's got $300 million.
I was like, oh no, I didn't get $5 more million. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo.
I know.
It's like there's got to be a carrot to dangle in front of somebody, right?
And the PGA Tour went the opposite, where they're like, but we've got that carrot dangling. You should just want to go for this. And they're like, but we need some money for this.
Well, that and it's, the other thing the PGA had was the sponsors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're nationally televised. People watch the Masters. People watch the majors. And you want TPMG on your hat or you want Nike, the swoosh on your corner. They couldn't even put Live Golf on like regular broadcast TV. You had to like watch it through like YouTube or something.
Know.
It's like if I was a sponsor, I was like, I don't want to pay $10 million for that. Nobody's seeing it.
That's why this tour it's never going to last. It's done.
It's got to be.
And who would want to invest in it after just seeing what the Saudis put into it for 5 years? It wasn't like it was 1 year.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 5 years.
I know. It's nuts. Time, like we started the podcast.
Time flies.
Flown.
Time flies when you're stroking $300 million checks. Yeah, so the other question is the punishment coming back, right?
Yeah.
Is the PGA going to be like, sour grapes and it's like, you're not coming back? Or they allowed Koepka to come back, but they also it was in that window of time, right?
It was.
There's a window of time where they're like, this is your last chance. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they prefaced it by saying this is kind of your last chance. You have a window to come back. Koepka did, and even when he did, he's still paying fines. He's still paid 50 to up towards. They're saying it could be upwards to like $90 to $100 million in fines. All that money you just made, you're giving it right back. Now they're prefacing it saying it's like some are fines, some are fees, and some you can donate to like charitable foundations. Yeah. So I guess then it's a tax write-off maybe. But yeah, I mean that was in that window. There's no window now.
No. And I don't know if it's going to be something where, because Patrick Reed came back, but I think outside that window, and the only reason he's playing in tournaments, the only reason why he's in the Masters because he won the Masters, but it's sponsorship exemptions. Yeah. He's going to have to, I think he's going to have to qualify for a tour card to maybe be able to play. Yeah,
you have to qualify. You have to qualify, yeah.
I am wondering if Live literally goes down in flames like it seemingly is, if the PGA is going to have a softer stance to try to maybe fully end this thing and just come on back, y'all. Like, let's just make sure you're here and with us rather than making it any harder for you not to. Or are they still going to sit there? Now, there are some that have gone into like I think it was like an antitrust lawsuit.
Yes.
those 11 or 13, they might be separate. But maybe everybody else...
Like, DeChambeau went into that.
DeChambeau went into that. So he might have a stiffer penalty, which is why I think he might still try to stay on live, last I read.
Just hang on as long as
because he's like,
can.
I don't know what they're going to try to make me do when I come back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the other guys, maybe they have to kind of sit out for a year, but maybe every sponsor's like, just play in the tournament.
Yeah.
And then they'll qualify and officially be able to like get points and do the FedEx. So maybe they'll sit out a year of no FedEx because that's like a $10 million winner take all.
Yeah.
So maybe for the first year they can't qualify for that, but then after that they play well enough, get their tour card, it's all done.
Do you think there are any that are like, I got the bag, I got my big paycheck, I'm good, I'm just gonna retire early?
I was thinking some of the European guys because maybe they'll do like that DP World Tour and pick and choose, but they get to play obviously in Europe a lot or locations maybe closer to home. So maybe they'll do something like that, like a Sergio Garcia, Henrik Stenson. I think like those older guys.
Older guys that are just like I mean they still got to play the Masters. He's still got to play the Masters. I mean he's a previous winner, but I'm sorry, like part of me would be like, you're gonna make me pay tens of millions of dollars in fines. I just got paid $300 million. How much money do you need? I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I can just go play golf leisurely for the rest of my life. I could be I could build my own course and become the pro at my own golf course.
I think at the core, I do think sometimes we give these athletes, we think they don't care. I think a lot of them do. I think to get to this point, yes, you want to get money, but I think you do want to win.
Well, obviously not. They went for the paycheck. They went for the money.
Maybe didn't think that the tour would be completely
like scorched earth.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there was talks that Liv might have merged with PGA, and it might have just been a whole conglomerate.
Yeah, I feel like there was a minute of that, and that was definitely more interest from Liv from PGA. PGA is like, you can go kick rocks.
Good on them for doing that. It reminded me a lot of, remember when, I forget his name, but it was Lonzo and LaMelo Ball, their dad with Big Baller Brand.
Yeah, oh my God.
He was talking like they were going to take on Nike, Adidas, and he was clamoring for one of them to like buy
him out, yeah.
Man, good on Nike and Adidas because that brand went straight downhill.
That's where the big dogs are just chuckling. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's adorable. You're adorable. And that's the same thing the NFL did with the XFL. They're like, we're going to be better than the NFL. It's like, oh, you're so cute.
I know.
You're so cute to say that. I think PGA was actually really threatened because they had that money behind them. And it seemed like endless. The money seemed endless. And they're like, we can continue to do this.
And when Cam Smith left, I thought that was almost the dagger. I was like, I think Liv might actually win this thing. But I guess
they held true.
Yeah. Maybe they knew something we didn't know.
Well, that and like Rory coming back, I don't know if there's any kind of correlation, but having a shining star on your squad, winning these big majors, that saved them. So PGA owes Rory for the rest of his life.
I think so. I mentioned it after the Masters.
Build a statue of him outside of every major. 50 years from now, it's like, Mommy, who's that? He's the savior of golf.
See, that's why the guys want to go back to the
whatever. Can't wait for Rory to be like, well.
Oh, I know.
Look who's here.
I want the camera on him when he like goes to shake Rahm's hand.
Well, he's probably going to be the first in line saying, no, you cannot come back.
The competitor would probably want those guys back.
Yeah, you're too much of a competitor. You're putting too much stake in this.
I know I am.
Competitor stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I think it's going to end quickly. Again, you're talking about investors. Where are you going to find $50 billion worth of investors?
You can't.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Like, that's unless they really just say, listen, Bryson, you were making, what, $50 million attorney? We're going to drop that down to $50,000 attorney. He's going to be like, see ya.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That ain't going to happen.
Yeah. So I don't even know. I just think that this is going to burn really, really fast, and we're not going to see Liv here. What do you put 6 months on it? 8 months on it? A year? You're going to give them a year?
I guess they'll finish the year.
Okay.
They said I think, what is it? The Saudis, PIF. I think they said they're going to fund till the end of the year. Was that what they said? And then after that, they're not. Yeah. So it'll last till the end of the year.
Well, that's right around 8 months.
Yeah.
So you're giving it 8 months?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it's officially kaput.
All right. So you think the gimmicky thing was kind of what, like, killed him? It's just like...
It didn't help. It didn't help.
I think it was broadcast. I honestly do. I think that the sheer fact that they couldn't get on TV... and you couldn't consume the product.
The American consumer did not buy into it. I think that was the big one. I think around the world it was okay.
Yeah.
But
if it had the visibility, it maybe had a chance. Because you still had the big names. You had some of the best golfers in the world playing.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't see it. It was very obtuse.
I think those that did, though, like you said, golf is a little snooty, hoity-toity.
It is.
Big on like the tradition. And seriously, I think it's just literally wearing shorts. I mean, it's just like, and nope, done. I mean, I do.
I can see his calves.
Yeah.
Dear God.
They look great, but I don't want to see that on my golfer.
I was like, is he golfing or is he mowing my lawn?
Like the backlash that came, I think it was Tiger that did it, when he wore non-traditional golf shoes and they look like sneakers. That was for years like a big...
Oh, my.
Yes.
It's like my monocle drops into my... My mid julep. Oh dear.
Which I've always have
flabbergasted.
Said. I had some like decent golf shoes when I was growing up. They got like passed down from someone on my mom's side of the family, like her uncle.
Oh, you got some girl golf shoes? That's adorable.
No, uncle. And they were rather pricey. They're the most uncomfortable things to walk around in for 18 holes. I kept being like, if I was on the tour, I wouldn't wear something this uncomfortable. I'd wear like my sneakers with spikes in them. And now they're doing
spikes in my New Balance.
I'm trying to win a tournament and my feet, and I'm getting like blisters.
Yeah.
I'm like, this makes no sense. What, just to look good? Yeah. But yeah, that was a huge thing for years.
Yeah.
Is the players like wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
So shorts, come on.
Let's be real. What's next? Graphic Tees gonna wear that shirt that
non-collared shirt.
Non-collared shirts.
That's unacceptable.
Not in this town.
It's trash.
Not in this town. Well, yeah, I was in Florida again. Let's get back to like our weekends. I'm finally back again. I'm really getting tired of getting on planes, and there might be another one coming up soon. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my God!
But I'm happy to be roots and boots on the ground. So I was happy to be back. Florida trip was good. I was in meetings the whole time, so I didn't really get to do anything.
You missed the draft?
I went away. I did my awards. I gave out my awards.
Okay.
And then dinner took forever. This is why I hate these galas. If you just pick the wrong table to sit at, or if you're placed at the wrong table, you could be the last in line because they go table by table when they put the food out.
Yeah.
I was like the last table, so I had literally my phone in my lap with my DirecTV up, watching the draft, and I'm just like this. It must have looked weird because it must have looked like I was just staring at my crotch.
Yeah.
I was just like, yes, no. Don't pick that.
I got that pick wrong too. That pick wrong too.
I was like, oh, that guy's never gonna last. Just staring down at my crotch.
Yeah,
that's probably not what I gotta do. It's like I like this guy's measurements. Like him a lot. All right. No. So the gala interrupted that, but I did get to watch, and we'll get to it right now. Let's talk about the draft. We put our picks in, and let's preface it by saying this. So many people got it wrong.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Almost everybody got it wrong. Like, and this is the domino effect that is the draft. And I think we talked about this. Yeah. It's like, I think I specifically said my draft. I was like, if for my draft to work, the dominoes have to fall correctly.
Exactly.
And we saw a huge domino drop early that just butterfly affected the whole kid and boodle. But how do we do on our picks? Let's do it really quickly. We'll do a big synopsis. We can go one by one. Hey, we got the first one. We got the first one right. Both right. Mendoza going to Las Vegas.
I like to call it lost wages.
I do like to call it lost wages. Nice. Yeah. So he went to Las Wages. That was the easiest pick known to man.
Yeah.
And then that's where it all just kind of fell apart. I think the Jets made a huge mistake.
I did too, which is why I told him.
You did. And maybe I was too optimistic. I said, you know what, the Jets, they're going to figure it out.
You did say that, I
was like, I think they're finally going to figure it out. High potential, high ceiling, Arvell Reese. Nope, we're going to go with the guy that can do one thing and do it, I'm sorry, at the next level, probably mediocrity. I don't see him a 10-sack a year guy. Maybe. Maybe,
at two?
maybe you know,
A maybe?
maybe like the first year, like Chase Young, and then everyone's gonna figure him out.
Perhaps.
So, yeah, Jets. Prove me wrong, but another just total disaster of a pick there. Taking Bailey, and then the 3 is where I think we saw the huge domino drop that just affected everybody.
Yeah.
We had Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals.
Poor Jeremiah Love.
I know, right?
I feel so bad for the guy.
There are two fields of thought on this. One is if you're really in the camp of this is a generational back, yes, you can't pass him.
Yeah.
Whether you're ready, you're prepared for him with the line and with the scheme and with the pieces around him. You don't want to look back 10 years from now as he's hoisting another MVP trophy.
Yeah.
And you're like, we could have got him. So I can understand that, but he's going to waste away in that Arizona desert.
Yes. I mean, unless somehow it would be like year 4, maybe he would break out once they get Arch Manning next year.
Once they get the
something.
freaking lineman they should have gotten.
I know.
And I we talked about it, and it definitely looked at it. I love the way the drafts went because it seemed to move. People were just getting their picks in, and they were going.
Yeah.
Arizona's the only one where it felt like they paused because you could tell they were waiting for somebody to call them. I'm serious.
I guess they just didn't value one of the tackles as much as maybe other teams did.
Yeah, I mean that one. The other teams didn't value that pick as much. They really thought they were like somebody's going to jump up for Jeremiah Love. Somebody's going to jump up for, I don't know.
Didn't want to pay the price.
Yeah, Arvell Reese. I thought that would be worth it to get up for Arvell, but apparently not. And they pulled the trigger and they went Jeremiah. And that is where we saw everything kind of fold out.
Yeah.
That Tennessee pick, Carnell Tate,
Awful.
panic.
Terrible.
That was a panic pick.
It was.
I guarantee you, they were like, "We're going to get Jeremiah Love."
Yeah.
They were probably for the last 2 months. Are like, we know that there's 3 guys that are considered the best people in this draft. So Jeremiah's going to follow us. He's a perfect fit. And then when they took him, they're like, crap. Well, we got to help out. Got to help our quarterback, right? Who do we get for our quarterback?
A wide receiver.
Carnell Tate. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they see something I don't. I told you I was kind of down on him.
Yeah. I think he's going to be good. I just don't know if that's a
top 5 pick for a wide receiver.
know.
He's got to be an All-Pro.
He wasn't the best receiver
on his own team. We talked about this. You're drafting a guy in the top 10 who is all the people, every team, he would have been the number 2. Tennessee, you could argue maybe he's the number 1, but Calvin Ridley's there.
Yeah.
They got Wandale there now. I guess he could slot him in as the 1, but we'll see. But that is where the rip really came in, right?
Yes.
Because with him going 4, it freed up the Giants to be like, I can't believe Arvell Reese.
Oh my God.
Fell into our laps.
Yeah.
So they hung up the phone with Sonny. Mm-hmm. They hung up the phone with Caleb Downs. And now we've got Arvell Reese.
Yeah.
What do we need Kayvon for?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So out of all of those, we are still sitting at, I'm sitting at 1 right, you're sitting at 2 right, with David Bailey and Mendoza right at the top of the draft.
Yep.
Then we got Cleveland. And this is one where I was just, I think you said it, and I think I said it. We thought that this was a potential for a trade down.
Yeah.
But in our draft, we were like, we're not going to do a trade down. And then the surprise was who jumped up.
I know.
I was not ready for that. And Casey came up and got, I don't know if they thought, they must have either thought that the Commanders were going to go for him or the Saints. I could see them thinking that one of these two teams is going to go reach for Delane.
I showed you a couple guys that said Delane was going to go to the Commanders.
Yeah, I know. So maybe they were listening to the same guys that you were, and they jumped up and they're like, we're going to get our guy. It didn't cost them too much. They jumped up 3 spots. And they got Mansour Delane. And I'm bitter because I told you I had originally pegged KC for getting Delane at 9.
Yes.
And then I was like, but Caleb can't be available at 9. So I'm going to give him Caleb. But I crossed him out. His name is right here on my freaking piece of paper. So I would have gotten that right. Didn't think he was going to trade up for him. But when they did that, I was like, oh my God. Even when the Chiefs traded up, I was like, is this going to happen?
Caleb Downs.
Is or Caleb? Or I was already thinking of the next pick. I was like, because they're not going to go for Sonny.
Nope.
So what happens next? My shining moment in the draft. Predicted it. Called it. Sonny Styles, welcome to the Commanders.
I'm happy for you.
I mean, the guy's huge. He's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", runs like lightning.
I know.
He's going to build muscle. Everybody's worried he's a little light of frame. He come from a safety to a linebacker. I'm not worried about that at all. At all.
He plays
Can't
like a linebacker,
teach speed.
though.
Can't teach speed.
Yeah.
And he's smart as a whip.
That's about the only thing I can think for like Carnell Tate maybe on the Titans is he does seem to have like a really good head on his shoulders.
Yeah. A lot of those Buckeyes do.
I know. And so there's a potential that he could fight through it or I'm just rooting. I guess I think I'm just at my heart I'm rooting for the guy.
Who, Carnell?
Yeah.
It's because I could just keep crapping on him. You're like, I want him to do that.
No. I mean, I liked watching him in college.
Yeah.
Would have loved having him on the Steelers or something. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
I just hate it when these wide receivers sometimes go trying to be a 1, and it's like you're going to ask a rookie to be like a 1. Tough. Which, by the way, Randy Moss had Chris Carter that rookie.
You're right, and you talked about it last time. It's like it takes a very special guy to come right in and become a 1. And
Carnell could, but it's hard.
Coming out, he wasn't being talked about the same way Neighbors was, Chase was.
No.
Those guys
Jefferson,
are ones right out.
Yeah.
Jefferson, he wasn't being talked about like that. But yeah, then you called the next one, man. Like I really thought, I was like, okay, Bain is there. They like Cam Jordan's a free agent. He's also 36.
It made
heir
too
apparent.
much sense.
Heir apparent. What I discounted, and again, I think I mentioned this last one too, is I forgot who's running the show now, and it's an offensive head. It's Kellen Moore. They liked what they saw. What is it? How do you pronounce his name? Shove?
Tyler Show.
Yeah. And they were like, let's put more weapons on him. You called it. Jordan Tyson going to the Saints. So the next one, Kansas City finally comes up.
No, Kansas City already drafted.
No, I'm sorry. Cleveland finally came up in Kansas City's spot. And they got a tackle. I said they were going to pick a tackle.
Not the one you thought.
But I said they were going to get a tackle.
You did.
I get partial credit.
You do. I think you, in this whole thing, I think you had the idea of who they should kind of draft a little bit better than I did.
Maybe.
You had like they should take this guy, but they just took the wrong offensive lineman.
You picked the wrong one, and they're going to live with it. But yeah, so they got Tomu out of Utah.
I like that guy.
I honestly had no file on him, so I can't tell you if I liked him or not.
I like any of the guys that come out of Utah.
Okay.
That Kyle Whittingham, I don't think he's there anymore. He might still be, but I don't know. He's just he coaches guys up and gets them. He's kind of like an Alabama, like a Nick Saban. Like you just generally know you're going to get some guy that really knows the game, takes it professionally. So I think that could be a good pick for them.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Like I said. It's already, and I call him Tomu. It's Fano. I don't know why I call him Tomu. I don't know what I'm thinking about. It's like I'm having an aneurysm right now. But yeah, Fano out of Utah. Big old hog molly. 10 Giants. I had the position right.
See?
I had the position right. I was like, they're going to go flashy, which they did, Arvell Reese.
Yeah. And
then they're going to go safe. They went safe. They went tackle. But I didn't think that my goal was going to be there. I thought it was going to go to the Browns. So, again, the Giants, and we're going to talk about winners and losers, so I'm going to save it.
Okay.
But they got what a lot of people consider was the best tackle in the draft at 10. They got probably what a lot of people were saying was the best pass rusher at 5.
Yes.
You see where I'm going with this?
I think I might even be going the same direction as you.
All right. So we both whiffed. You thought, again, we were like, Caleb Downs has got to go somewhere in the top 10. Everybody was so high on him.
Know.
The smartest guy in the room. He's always a step ahead, but the talent was outweighed by the position.
Yeah. And the potential of the injuries.
I suppose.
A little bit. But I think it was more the position.
But yeah, so the Cowboys just started foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Their defense was the worst And I had a DB that they were going to pick.
Same.
I had Delane.
I told you. I think you got the positions right for more teams, just the wrong pick.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the one pick trade up because they traded up one pick. Do you really think the Dolphins are going to take Caleb Downs? Maybe they have so many holes.
Exactly, best available.
Yeah,
I mean he was the 4th or 5th.
But if the Dolphins are willing to get of that trade, they had to have that question. They got to be like, Jerry, who you picking? If we're going to trade down, I want to make sure you're not picking the guy worth picking. Or they just like, we have so many holes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we pick. We have to pick so many people. So we're like, whatever. Just give us what you got. But yeah, the Cowboys trade up and they get Caleb Downs. Again, talent-wise and between the ears-wise, what a lot of people consider the best.
He'll handle Dallas as well with all that goes on with that team. That was a great pick.
That was a great pick. As hard as it is for me to say, that was a great pick. And then the Dolphins. Dolphins come up. You got the position right. You had him taking Francis.
I did.
You had a tackle.
He was gone.
He was gone. So they took the guy that was, what we both, I think, consider was the next best tackle.
Proctor. Yeah.
Proctor. And, hey, I'll give you this. You had Caden Proctor going 12. The Dolphins drafted 12. So I'll give you the slot.
Oh.
I'll give you partial credit for the slot.
Okay. So I got 3.5. I'm at 3.5.
Well, then I'm at 2.5.
Okay.
And if I'm going position, I'm like 2 7/8.
You are, yes.
If I'm going to get an 8th for every position group that I got right. I'm not going to spend too much time because it's been over talked about 13, right? That's the big wow, what happened? Yeah. Rams taking tie. It's overplayed.
We'll get into it in a second.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yes. All right. But yeah, that's been played out. We were both wrong. I thought maybe offensive lineman. You thought you had Messidor going to the Rams, right?
I did.
Yeah. I love that we didn't take the bait on wide receiver. So many of those like mock drafts that I saw was everybody's like, oh, wide receiver. I was like, I don't get that. I don't get that.
Yeah.
So we didn't take that bait, but we were way off as well as everybody else. Baltimore, again, you're a little hurt. You're a little hurt that your Penn State guy went so high. Your guard, Ione, over to your arch rival, the Ravens.
I should have known. I should have known because the Ravens do that. They will just draft great guys, and I thought he was a great player. Yeah, it's gonna be so hard to want to root for the guy. It just is. But he's at least gonna go to a good team.
He is. He's gonna go to a team.
I don't know. He's gonna get Lamar Jackson to, they'll be able to block for him.
Yeah.
That sucked, but that's such a good pick. Good Ravens.
Yes,
good on the Ravens.
Yeah, they didn't worry about trying to get sexy. I'm glad that they didn't go wide receiver again. We talked about wide receiver again. I'm glad they didn't do that. And then, man, I mean, we didn't see Bane falling this far.
No.
Did you see him and how pissed he looked?
Yeah.
Oh,
he took
man.
that hat and just put it on the head. And
get me out of this green room. He was mad.
He does have short arms. Look at him in that suit walking.
I thought you were going to say, like, his agent's, like, waving the hat over his head. He's like, It's like, quit fooling around. I'm on national television. Like, no, but, yeah. I mean, what a steal for the Bucks. And he's now extra motivated.
Yes.
Extra motivated. Got a tattoo 15 on his back saying that's where I was picked.
Good for the Bucks.
I guess. But yeah, everybody had him going offense. You had him going wide receiver and Mekhi Lemon.
And you had tight end.
Well, I had Mekhi Lemon. You had Sadiq.
I had
Sadiq going to the Bucks. And then lastly, man, the guy that I picked, I don't know if I jinxed him or what. He fell. Jernard McCoy?
I know.
Oh, my God. All the way to the 4th?
I know.
Poor guy, man. Like, they must have seen something in that physical, man.
That was... I'm going to be interested how he does.
I am. I'm going to be plugged into him. So it's like that, not nearly as bad as the slide that Shador had.
No.
But still, I mean, that nobody had him falling all the way to the 4th. But teams just kept passing on him, passing on him. But your Steelers, man, they picked a guy that's been playing football for what, 2 years?
More than that, maybe 5.
Ahianacho or something like that. How do you feel? This is your pick. I'm stoked. We got the guy. Got my guy. I picked it. I predicted it. It's who I wanted. Sonny Styles. Are you as pumped as I am?
It's funny when you talked about Carnell Tate and the Titans, and they didn't know what to do. It felt the same way with the Steelers, and it reminded me just of how I said before, how I'm the fastest to draft someone in our fantasy league. Like, I do it in 5 seconds. If I take like a minute, that means I have no idea
where I'm going.
And the Steelers took forever.
They did.
I'm going to try to be positive because I did a little bit of research.
Try your best.
Because he's considered raw, this guy.
Yes.
There are a few guys, Tyron Smith, potentially a Hall of Famer for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Daniil Hunter, potentially, maybe not a Hall of Famer, but really good pass rusher. He could be.
He could be.
I'm forgetting someone else, but there's been a couple. Oh, Jason Peters.
Okay.
Those guys were considered raw and ended up being really good. Not going to call this guy a Hall of Famer. I like the fact that he started for 3 years.
Yes.
If this was a raw guy that played 1 year, I'd be really worried. But the guy has played top-level football. I mean, Arizona State was in the tournament 2 years ago, college football tournament or playoff 2 years ago. So he's played some good football, done well, and they say he just continues to get better. Passed up on quite a bit of guys, but they needed some offensive line help. The receiver, I'm kind of glad they didn't go after anybody else. And I don't know how that Cooper from Indiana is going to be.
Yeah, Omar Cooper. I mean, if you wanted to go tackle, Lomu was still there. That's why I was bringing up Lomu. Lomu was still there.
Yeah. The Iheanacho, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it's Iheanacho.
Iheanacho. Yeah, I think he's got a higher ceiling than I think any of the guys that were maybe left in the draft. So I think they went with that.
Okay,
but I would have loved to have Lemon.
I was about to say, were you watching that draft?
I didn't see it,
and you were like, "He's gonna fall. He's gonna fall."
Because, I saw that happening.
Because the Eagles traded up. Who did they trade with? They traded with somebody to get to 20. I forget. Oh, Dallas. Was it Dallas? I don't know. But they traded right up in front of you.
I know.
Do you know the other story that's going on about this with Makai Lemon? Do you know this?
No.
So apparently, like right before the trade to the Eagles, he was on the phone with the Steelers.
I saw that. Yes.
He was on the phone with the Steelers, and he's like, "Why is Philadelphia calling me?" Because he hadn't heard that they traded up.
Yeah.
He was going to the Steelers.
He was going to the Steelers.
So now you are going to be even more vested if he does so well.
I know.
You're going to be so bitter. And I have such a
see the smile on your face.
It's so big. This smile is so big. I can't. But I mean, but at the same time, I don't want to see him win the freaking Eagles.
I know.
Ugh. I am so mad because I said this on the last podcast. You can roll the tape back. I said I don't want this guy going in my division. I literally said that. I said as long as the guy does, I want to root for him. I really just hope he doesn't go in my division.
It makes me smile.
Unbelievable. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Unbelievable.
Makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, so mad. All right, man. So let's go into. You kind of touched on yours. Outside of Iheanacho, how'd you like your picks? The Steelers. We're talking about the Steelers. That is your team. You're rocking the Steelers.
I am.
You got the towel. So your Steelers. How do you feel over like all the picks? Is one that stood out? Is it just a general? This is what I like. This is what I didn't. Like, how did you feel about your draft, your haul?
Brandon, let me ask you. How do you think I felt about the draft?
Not great.
Yeah.
Who'd you get?
Third round, number 76 overall.
Yeah.
Worst draft ever. Got an F. Drew Aller in the third round.
Drew Aller, your boy.
You've got to
your
be
boy.
kidding.
You love him.
He is awful.
You love him.
Awful. I don't care if it's an edited video playing all these jokes about not wanting to put on the Steelers hat.
The hat.
Dude, you are a 5-star recruit. Everyone tells me you've got the tools to be great. Why were you drafted in the third freaking round? Because you suck. You don't know how to read a defense. God forbid someone comes through on a rush. You're absolutely lost. Deer in the headlights every single time. I was even watching highlights of when he's got time in the pocket. You don't even throw a good-looking spiral. It's not even the most accurate pass. Awful. If he starts in 2027, I'm finding a new goddamn team.
Tell me, I hear the Seahawks are their bandwagon's getting full. The bandwagon's getting full over in Seattle.
I hope there's still room on the back of that wagon. I couldn't believe.
That might have been my favorite moment in the draft.
I think I just woke up in the morning to a
Yep, yeah. That was the text I sent you. I was like, wow. I didn't even have to tell you what it was. I didn't add anything to it. I just that's all it said. And you knew something bad was happening.
I mean, I didn't want Nussmeier, but I would have rather had anybody.
And he fell to what, like
sixth,
sixth?
round?
Yeah, Jesus.
I will say though, Jennings Dunker, the tackle from Iowa.
You just like his.
No, he's good.
Okay.
He went way later than he was projected.
Yes, and he's an Iowa lineman. How can you not like an Iowa lineman?
I know.
Offensive lineman. Their defensive linemen are meh.
Yeah.
But offensive lineman, A+.
Yeah. And
he's got the stash and the mullet. He looks like he'll fit right in Pittsburgh.
But I did also Bernard, the wide receiver from Alabama, he fits the team now better as he's more of a slot guy. Okay. We've got Pittman and Metcalf. I mean, Lemon, I obviously was miles better, but fits the team. At least it's a potential third wide receiver out there, better than we have now. So that's basically a starter spot. So got some decent players. Outside of the rest of it, I don't really know if they're going to pan out. I mean, once you get past round 3, it's kind of tough.
Well, even round 3, it's like, the propensity of it to hit is.
I think Dunker's going to be at least on the team for a while. I think he's going to be a really serviceable lineman. He can fit into almost any position. Might even be could become a really good starter, but I think he's going to be depth. And at the end of the third round, I think that's a really good pick.
Yeah. I mean, you guys also got Dalen Everett from Georgia in the third corner. And again, I'm still bitter because Jermad McCoy's still there. You went corner. You could have gotten Jermad.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that.
It's got to be. Anything else on the Steelers draft before I tell you what I liked or disliked about my Commanders picks?
I went on my hour.
So I could just give us an A for the Sonny Styles pick. I know that he fell to us. We didn't. It was the easiest decision ever. I don't think we could have gotten that card in faster.
No,
we're not debating this. This is happening. So that just tells you where he was on their board,
yes, and
how much they valued him. So I'm super thrilled about that. The third round, I knew that they were. I'd been listening to enough local radio that wide receiver was a pain point, and we were going to try and attract it somewhere. I have nothing against Williams from Clemson, Antonio Williams. But he's a slot guy, right? He's he's 5'3", he's quick as lightning, he can run good routes, and in this NFL, you need a good slot receiver.
You do.
So I'm for it. We've got Terry on the outside, we've got Antonio in the slot, but we're still floating around with who's going to be our 2. De'Ami Brown's going to be our 2.
Luke McCaffrey?
Van Jefferson's going to be our 2. Those guys are on the team. I wanted a big guy. Malachi Fields was there. He's massive. He would have been a great red zone threat for us that we didn't get. Who's the other guy? Chris Brazell from Tennessee, 6'4". I'm one of those guys. I like tall receivers. I like a big target for my quarterback. But at the same time, maybe that's what was missing. We didn't have that intermediate, middle of field receiver last year, and we had that in spades 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Jaden loved it. He loved Oz. And he loved all these little,
he loved going to Hurts, so he loves kind of going down the middle of the field. So
maybe they just identified this is what our quarterback likes and this is what our quarterback needs, so let's go out and get it. So I'm not against the third round pick. I mean, I would have preferred Fields, and if him or Brazell just turn into freaking Calvin Johnson, I'm going to be real bitter. But that's the draft. You're just throwing a dart on a dartboard. And then what do we have? I had 3 more picks in the 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a lot to really celebrate. But I will say one thing that I was like, what are we doing here? When we took a quarterback in the 7th round from Rutgers,
made no sense.
What are we doing, man? I know that it's you must be going best available, but it's we have a quarterback, and the quarterbacks you're getting in the 7th round. What do you think? You're pulling a Tom Brady here? What do you think we're gonna get?
Couldn't you just brought him in as a free agent?
Right. I'm quite serious. Yes, absolutely. I don't like that position in that spot, and especially in our position, we have.
Yeah.
He's not gonna fight Mariota for the 2. He's he's not going to take Jaden unless if he's in at any propensity of it. And it's like we have a guy on the practice squad who Jaden loves, and Sam Hartman.
Oh, that's right.
The most handsome quarterback in the league.
He's up there.
Oof,
boy,
yikes! Get lost in those eyes
Yeah.
and in that beard. But so that's the only one I don't like because it just didn't make sense. I'd rather us take a flyer on a corner or lineman, big hog molly, get some depth at a position,
linebacker,
yes,
and something.
But a quarterback there, and especially, I'm glad we didn't go out and get Pavia. Don't get me wrong, but that just didn't make sense to me. All right, winners and losers, real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe your 3 winners,
okay.
3. If you got 3 losers, who you got?
So, I actually kind of touched on it with Brazil. I think my closet team I'm going to be rooting for, quasi-localish. Maybe we're even closer to them than we are to Washington now. I think the Carolina Panthers had a great draft. I love what they're doing. They could get burned by not getting I think they needed some secondary help, but they are building an offensive and defensive line and getting Freeling from Georgia.
I liked him.
That was a great pick. They're building so much depth. Then they picked Lee Hunter, a great defensive tackle, and then they got Brazil. And their receivers are big and fast, and they've got 3. None of them are great, but they're really, really good. But they're just going to – they're kind of – I'm not comparing them, but it's very similar to a little bit of the Seahawks with Russell Wilson. They're doing everything to kind of protect him. Bryce Young is on this rookie deal, so they're able to bring in other free agents, but they've got really good line and running game, and they're just making it easier for Bryce Young to go to work. I think they could be a really scary team next year, but I think they did great in the draft.
Yeah, no, they did. Anybody else? I'm not going to ask you for 3. Anybody else that you loved their draft or anybody that
I actually like the Eagles. Getting Lemon because now A.J. Brown's gone. And then I couldn't believe it. It felt like it was the Ravens draft. They got Stowers, the tight end, in the second round. The guy, I didn't even know he was a combine freak. I just saw him at Vanderbilt terrorizing SEC defenses. And then I realized he sets like every combine record. Again, we don't go by much of that, but the guy's got the physical tools to go with the football game. I was like, and then they also got a tackle from Miami who obviously, Maui Goa gets all the credit, but the other tackle, Bell, played really well. I think they just built a really good team.
Yeah.
And then I did like the Giants because, it's Reese, Maui Goa, but they also got the DB Hood from Tennessee.
Yeah, Colton. Yeah, Colton Hood.
Is great. And then they also, people are going to say they should have gotten like a safety, but they got a good one from Penn State, Wheatley, in like the 5th round.
Okay.
I think because they didn't get downs, but I think they got some really good. They got some good players in there, and they also got the Malachi Fields, I believe.
Yes, they did. So let me segue into that.
The NFC East did great.
Yes, I hate it. Like the winners were the freaking East, and we had one pick that was a shining star. The Giants. Arvo Reese-Feldman went 5. Francis Mauigoa, the best tackle in the draft, Feldman with 10. Colton Hood seems like just a stalwart corner. And then they got Malachi Fields in the freaking 3rd round. The wide receiver I wanted to was Cornell Tate. They're like, why? We can get Malachi Fields in the 3rd to pair up with Neighbors? F me, dude. Like, I did not. I mean, they're the winner. Like, and of course, John Harbaugh coming out smelling like roses. First year playing.
It was definitely a Harbaugh draft because Schoen would have never had a draft.
Never,
like
he's like, sit down.
Let me show you how.
Let me show you how the big boys, the grown-ups draft. And then again the Eagles, like Malachi Fields, you touched on, Stowers you touched on. It wasn't
Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon. Yes. What did I say? Malachi.
Fields.
I said Malachi.
Yeah.
Lemon.
Oh,
or was I?
You said Fields.
Oh, jeez. There's too many Malachis. But they're top heavy. Stowers and Lemon were really kind of the shining stars. Markel Bell from, like you said, from Miami could be kind of, in the. I mean, that line's getting old. That line for the Eagles is getting old. They need to find some replacements there. So I can appreciate that. And then you know, freaking Cowboys, man.
I know.
Like, you know, they got Caleb Downs at 11. That's you know, could be scary. And then they got, I don't know. I mean, Malachi Lawrence, I've saw his tape. It looks pretty good. But they stacked up on edges. They're just trying to – they realize the value. And I've always been saying it's like the second most important position on the field outside of corner is who's attacking the quarterback. And they got 2 edges back-to-back in the first and the third. So, great.
I know.
I was like, hey, we got an edge up. Ha, you guys suck it. We got Sonny Styles. And it's like, yeah, we all did really good too. So,
and they're just sitting there like, well, okay, but you've got an aging defense around Sonny Styles, so
like, shut up. All right, so losers. Who you guys? Losers.
Steelers first, just because they picked Drew Aller, so they're number 1 loser. But no, for real, the Jets not getting Arbel Reese, and I just don't. This could come back to bite me. I just don't think Kenyon Sadiq is going to be worth all of that when you don't have an offensive line. You don't really have the greatest defensive line anymore. I don't know what they're doing, getting all these weapons for a quarterback they don't have. They're just all over the place. They're getting like the sexy, splashy, athletic guys. But I just don't know if you're building a good football team at this point. So by the time you get a decent football team, I don't know, is one of those 2 guys going to go someplace else before you even have a chance to be good? Kind of like you talked about a few times. Get a tackle, have your Joe Thomas type on the Browns so that at least when you might get good, you still got the guy.
Yeah. Well, and again, it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand, like, what they're doing here. Like, again, I've already complained about the David Bailey pick because I just think that's wrong. But then outside of that, the Sadiq pick doesn't make sense. You have a tight end. Mason Taylor was very good for you guys last year. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You have so many other places to attack you guys sucked on defense.
Yes.
You sucked. You traded away your best corner, like one of the best corners in the league.
I know.
What did you do? Like, you got a defensive tackle in the – no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Arizona. Because that's my other loser, and I'll tell you why.
Oh.
Yeah. What did they do? But, I mean, like, why aren't you focusing on a weakness? Like David Bailey, yes. But then they went Kenyon Sadiq. They went Omar Cooper. You got Geno Smith throwing the ball, man. I'm sorry.
I know.
Like, poor Garrett Wilson just wasting away in New York.
Yeah.
Now you're just going to punish Omar Cooper. And then you got Pons.
He's small. He's small.
Yeah. 5'8".
Yeah, I mean, that works in college, man, and there's a few guys that can do it in the pros, but that's small.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we? The Commanders. And what happened to the guy that we got? Bye-bye. Send him away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jets are definitely losers. The other one for me, again, is the Cardinals. And it's more than just I think that they took a luxury pick when they needed to build up and they could save the luxury for next year. And I understand that, again, if they really truly believe that he's a generational talent, then yes, you don't want to turn away Jeremiah Love. But again, you could also just, pull the Giants and he'll have good years for you. It's not going to get you to the playoffs. And then he's going to go to the Rams and he's going to just kick your butt twice a year. But the real reason that the Cardinals are the losers is because they took a big old pile of crap, round 3, and Carson Beck.
Yep, I knew it.
Loser. What a terrible pick. Worst pick of the draft, Carson Beck.
That third round got some bad quarterbacks.
Yes, it does.
God, I would have rather Steelers taking Carson Beck, though, than Aller.
Yeah, you just hate on Aller.
I do.
Yeah. But congratulations. You got a 27-year-old rookie quarterback. Good job.
I know.
That's great. And, who makes horrible decisions on the field. So those are the losers, winners and losers. But, some people could come out smelling like roses. Some people could just fall flat on their face. We could fall flat on our face. That's the beauty of the draft is that potential and optimism is reigning supreme. And one thing I'm also optimistic about and eager about and hopeful about, I'm the movie guru, Semco.
You are?
I love me some good movies. And it's time. The calendar page is turning. Yeah. We're moving to a new month. So it's time for our monthly tradition. It's new. It's the second monthly tradition of will Semco see these movies? And does he know?
We're gonna need a musical intro.
Yeah, it's
for
like
this segment.
yeah, it's like I don't know. Yes, we'll figure something out. So yes, we got some movies coming out in May. Now I had 2 chances to do this with you. I was like, because there are some tentpole movies coming out, sequels that are coming out that you would obviously know right out of the bat. Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out in May.
I actually watched that movie with my parents.
Ooh.
Yeah, my dad and I were doing doing a little bit of like work, but we finished.
Yeah, work. You guys are painting each other's toenails. It's like, oh my god, that's that Meryl Streep. Oh my god, she's amazing.
I will neither confirm or deny. No, we were doing handyman work.
Anyway, yeah.
My dad was doing most of the work I was watching, but we were doing something different. But we came down, we were done, and Devil Wears Prada was on.
Okay, so you're like, it's just it's like we've got all the testosterone. Let's too much. Let's get some estrogen up in here.
It brought us right down real quick.
So yes, Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out. Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out.
I can't wait to see that. The first
Carl
one was
Urban.
so bad, but it's so good.
It's a hate watch. You're like, why am I watching this? Yes. And then a Star Wars movie is coming out. The Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out.
Okay, it's
coming out in May.
It's an official in the theater. I thought it was just like on Disney.
Oh no,
Channel.
yeah, they're doing a theatrical release for that. That's right. But I was like, no, those are too easy. We got to dig a little bit deeper into some good movies that aren't just cash grabs. Because all 3 of those, I'm sorry, they're cash grabs. Yes. People are just going to go familiarize themselves with something they already know. No, thank you, sir. We're going for the deep cuts.
We're better than that.
Going for the deep cuts. So I've got one here for you. We're gonna build up to it. All right. So the first one's called Deep Water. It's called Deep Water.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you the actors that are in it? I can give you some actors.
Okay, give me a couple actors.
Okay. So the actors that are in it, we've got Aaron Eckhart.
Okay.
You know who Aaron Eckhart is?
He was Two-Face.
He was Two-Face. Good for you. He was also in Thank You for Smoking. I
actually saw that.
It's
a
great movie.
It is.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley.
Oh, you like Ben Kingsley.
I do. I love Ben Kingsley.
Yeah. Okay.
He played Gandhi.
Man, this is not going to be a movie about people in deep water just surviving or trying not to get eaten by a shark. Like open water.
Okay.
So this has a cast that's not going to be like that.
Okay. So what's it about?
Oh, boy. Aaron Eckhart, he just likes to play some corporate... I'm going to say with all those actors, it's got something to do with, I don't know, something going on in deep waters, like oil rig or something with oil trying to like drill out in the open water, but it's deep water.
Deep water.
Or it's got something to do with like all the cables for like AI that you have to put in the water in the ocean that these companies put in there.
All right.
And having to like...
See those wheels turning.
They're turning a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Could be very like politically charged in this movie.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, so a politically charged oil rig,
potentially
corruption.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Lobbyists.
Right. Lobbying.
Yeah.
The
Aaron
lobbying
Eckhart's a
lobbyists.
great lobbyist.
They're lobbying those lobbyists over there. Well, my friend, you should have gone with your first gut.
Oh no!
It is 100% about shark attack movie in deep water. A group of international passengers en route from Los Angeles to Shanghai are forced to make an emergency landing from a plane into shark-infested waters. Now they must work together in hopes to overcome the frenzy of sharks drawn to the wreckage.
Not bad.
So it's a plane crash shark attack movie. If you just stuck with your gut,
I know.
Yeah, you talked yourself out of it.
I did.
Talked yourself out of it.
Damn you, Aaron Eckhart. When you got me to thank you for smoking, I was like,
Yeah, see, that's the misdirect.
It was.
It's a misdirect.
Well played.
I know. I'm good at it. But he was also in that Operation LA or something. Remember, it was like that. It was like an alien invasion movie. And he was playing like a military major or something like that.
Actually,
so
yes.
I feel like he's trying to go the Liam Neeson route. He's like, I'm an action hero at 60. I was like, come on, dude. Like, just stay in your lane. You would have been a great corporate shell. You should be that should be your lane.
Maybe
stay in your lane.
Maybe pigeonholed in there.
I guess not. So that's it. Deep Water. Deep Water. Coming out
good.
in May. Yes, see? All right, next one. It's called In the Gray. You're not going to get anything from it. So you get it's called In the Gray, and I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to give you 3 stars.
Okay.
And just to give you a little bit extra help, I'm going to give you the director. Okay?
Okay.
Big names in this. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
Henry Cavill. Or Cavill.
Superman.
Superman's in this. And Isa Gonzalez. Do you know who Isa Gonzalez is? So she's one of those people that she's in so many things that I almost lose track of her. She was in one of the new Godzilla Kong movies. She was in that movie that went to Netflix with Ryan Reynolds where they're a bunch of like thieves and they're Robin Hood thieves. She was in like so many different things. But yeah, you couldn't place her. She was in Baby Driver. Did you see Baby Driver?
I did, but that was when it like first came out. We were in college when that came out, I think.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't really remember many of
Baby
that.
Driver, Godzilla vs. Kong. She was in Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious movie.
Did not get that far in my Fast and Furious. I think I got to 4.
That's Jimbo's favorite. Jimbo loves Fast and Furious.
They are fun. I mean, if you got really nothing to do for a couple hours, it's not a terrible watch. It's just how extreme it gets. I mean, when they're jumping from building to building, and then they go to space apparently in like the last one, I think.
That was Jimbo's favorite.
Don't you kind of want to just see how they do it?
Yeah, he loves it so much. Yeah. He thinks it's great. He thinks it's great filmmaking. Jimbo is Fast and Furious.
I'm learning a lot about Jimbo as a person from this podcast. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
All right, so those are the actors. Now, because In the Gray, it doesn't give a lot to pull off of. The director, so maybe you can try and glean something off.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie is the director.
Ooh.
Yeah, didn't see that. Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, Isa Gonzalez, and Guy Ritchie.
Why am I picturing like a Requiem for the Dream, but in like London based? Like
London
with Guy
based.
Ritchie, it's got the two actors. Wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal? No,
Jake Gyllenhaal is no. You're thinking of Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
They kind of look
kinda
like.
see Jake Gyllenhaal do
Well,
that
he did
role?
Donnie Darko.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what you're thinking.
Okay,
All right.
so Into the Gray. Well, okay, I'm gonna go with
In the Gray. It's not Into the Gray.
In the Gray.
I butchered the last title of the last time we did this. Called them Bush Boys instead of Bus Boys. I'm making sure I get these right. It is called In the Gray. In Gray is spelled Grey.
Oh, so well, that makes a big difference.
Oh, it does. I had no idea.
Well, it actually does.
Okay.
Because now I have zero idea.
That's just how the English spell gray. Don't overthink it.
The only thing that comes to my mind is all you kind of hear now, reading different things, is with all these like GLP-1 stuff, it's the gray market of everything.
Okay, yeah.
And so there's a gray market for all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm starting to think that these characters get involved with like purchasing. It could be about like maybe looks maxing.
Yeah. Topical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's these guys that go and start purchasing all this stuff.
The gray in the gray market. Okay.
Yes. See
All
where I'm
right.
going
I
with
like.
this.
Okay. Yes.
I'm not anywhere close, I don't think.
Who knows? Let's keep going. Let's wrap it up. Give me the rest of your synopsis.
But then I think that probably like the Jake Gyllenhaal is Henry Cavill is the one that tries to sell the guy a bunch of stuff.
Gotcha.
And Gyllenhaal and the other woman are probably together.
Uh-huh.
And maybe it shows their relationship as they start taking all these products and how it's changing them. Maybe one start getting noticed by the other sex a little bit more, and it starts fringing on their relationship. And maybe they start blaming Henry Cavill.
Gotcha.
And
Damn you, Henry Cavill, you handsome devil.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, not even close. I want to see this movie. I want to see your In the Gray. It sounds great. No, this one's more traditional. You know, hey, it's a covert team of elite operatives that are living in the shadows, in the gray, if you will.
That sounds better than mine.
When a ruthless despot steals $1 billion fortune, they're sent to take it back. An impossible heist that erupts into a deadly game of strategy, deception, and survival.
I like it.
Huh?
Are they all three like the main characters? Is one of them?
They're the three on the top of the call list.
Okay.
There's Rosamund Pike. You know who Rosamund Pike is? She's in the movie as well.
Wasn't she in what was not 300, but what was that comic book movie?
Comic book movie.
That was
The Wheel of Time?
No.
On Amazon Prime?
No, this was when we were like in college.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All right, I'll get back to you on that.
She was in Gone Girl with Ben Affleck. She was the
maybe
Gone
that's
Girl.
That was. I did. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. And she was in the Jack Reacher movie, not the show. Jack Reacher movie with Tom Cruise.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
The TV show is so much better.
I know.
Because it's more believable.
It is. Tom Cruise is not a behemoth of a man like Reacher is in the books.
Yeah.
Gotta have him be, legitimate like. But yeah, so there you go. Guy Ritchie movies still cranking them out.
Good for him.
No Snatch anymore. No Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels.
This
that
has
was
potential
vintage.
to be really good, though.
It does. It does. You got a great cast.
I do like the cast.
Yeah. All right. And now here is your curveball, my friend.
Oh.
I'll give you two hints. One, you're not going to know any of the stars
Okay.
because here's your other hint. It's a documentary.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a documentary. Documentary is called The Python Hunt.
Well, it's about going into Florida
Uh-huh.
and get rid of all them damn pythons because they are eviscerating the Everglades.
Yes. No, you're wrong. It is the true life story of one sea bear.
Oh.
Yeah, the Python Hunt.
The python.
Yes, it's
Master Cylinder?
yes, it is. It is. Yeah, Master Cylinder. No, you were dead on. You're right. Yeah, it's a documentary about how, but specifically on every year in Florida, the government invites the public to compete compete in an invasive python removal contest in the Everglades for 10 nights. A group of hunters of all different walks of life. The photo has got to be a 90-year-old woman holding a machete that's probably the size of her entire arm. It's crazy. But
I love it.
An eclectic group of hunters confront the dangerous terrain, nocturnal creatures, and their own desires.
Ooh.
Right?
We're getting a little sub-story.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, a little subtext.
That seems to be what takes a documentary over the edge.
It's the characters.
And it's like a story that's underneath. I think one of the last ones that my wife and I saw was, I think when Everest had an avalanche.
Yeah.
And it was just, or an earthquake. That's what it was. And it was just more, basically, these one guys kind of ended up just robbing a bunch of these random civilians.
Okay.
And it was they were getting called out for it, and it almost turned to gunfire within the little community. But it was just such a back and forth. But you got more mesmerized by all of that than really kind of what happened with the earthquake. So when you have these stories that are within there, okay, it's cool to see the python hunting.
Yeah.
But then when you've got some other side story, that's what's gonna make.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So you got 3. I gave you 3 entertaining movies.
Yeah.
You got The Python Hunt.
Yep.
You've got Deep Water.
They're actually all really good.
And you got In the Gray.
In the Gray is right up my alley.
Right up your alley.
That is a J Bear must.
That's a J Bear watch. Yes.
The hunt was on for 10 days. Who won? How many?
Yeah, you got root. You can try and root who.
Yeah.
I always like ones where you can try and root for a winner. There's a little competition to it. Which one of these guys is going to win this python hunt?
Which redneck hillbilly?
Well, again,
Dwight
and Darkness should sign up for this because, again, hanging out with Chris, they're used to hunting some python, so they'd probably be ready to go.
They'd probably be up on that leaderboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got some experience.
They do.
DW especially.
Oh, yes. We'll get into those stories. That's the after-hours show.
The paid programming.
But enough about pythons. Let's talk about big bats.
Let's do it.
MLB, man. So we're a month in. We want to do our 30-day check. 30-day check on the MLB. Got some of our predictions right. Some not looking so great.
Boy.
We'll get into all the goes. It's turning of the tide for some teams from a management level.
Yes.
But I mean, we got to talk about like, what's too crazy, what's not crazy, what's something that we need to keep our eyes on. First up, we had two perennial performers in Boston and Philly just show the door to their managers, man.
Quickly.
Yes, I mean within the month.
Yes.
It's like I was trying to gather the information. It's like this doesn't happen a lot.
No,
it doesn't happen to have a manager pulled within the month of the season.
And the only thing I can think of with the Red Sox, I think when Trevor Story came out and talked a lot about where the direction the club is going and all that, I think he alluded to something bigger. It was a fight between, was it Breslow and Cora.
Yeah.
And I think it'd been a battle that when Breslow came in, Cora was top dog.
Yeah.
And I think Breslow, if you're in that building every day, I think you probably see some shady stuff that he's trying to do to get like an upper...
It's a power struggle.
Power struggle, but it was so public within that building that I think that's why Story was like, so is this what happened? Was this guy just tried to basically, he's tanking our team, but you took his side and you fired Alex Cora plus 4 other coaches?
Yeah.
Like,
they cleaned house.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. And he pretty much came out. Trevor Story was just like, what are we doing
exactly.
here?
And
what
that was telling to me, because I'm getting it in, because it's just like Manchester United and European soccer. They are it is such a problem.
Do I have a snooze button on this thing?
I'm going to get it in.
Yes, yeah.
But no, it reminds me of that where there's so much going on in the front office that it's like whatever you put out on the field just isn't going to work because it's all a game going on in there that it's just nothing's going to happen. So if that's what was going on in the Red Sox, then they're doomed.
Yeah. Yeah, I deem that one more shocking, well, but not so much because they were having a terrible start of the year. But the timing of it's so funny. It's like they did that right after they won 17-1.
They did.
It's the small sample size of what are you doing? Like now you choose? It's like you score too many. We need to spread those runs out. You use them all on the first game. So that one was kind of shocking. But again, to your point, power struggle. Cora wasn't Breslow's guy.
Nope.
He wants to put his stamp on the team. So he's probably got a guy in mind. I've got to imagine they just got a guy in mind.
Yeah.
If he's pulling the trigger right here.
Yeah.
Because and going into the Phillies, you know who their president of ops is, right?
He was the guy that was just in Boston.
Dombrowski. Do you think he's not picking up the phone and asking Alex what you doing? He already did.
I think that's the main reason they just fired Thompson.
Dominoes.
Yes.
Apparently this already happened. Apparently Dom already did reach out to Alex, and Alex was like, I'm good. I'm going to chill on the beach for a minute.
Good on him.
I think that Alex, I would like to see the betting odds of does Alex Cora eventually go to the Phillies this year?
Okay, this year.
I think it'll be this year. Okay. I think he'll go this year. He might wait until like the All-Star break.
Okay.
Because they've got a good placeholder, and there's so much sweeping. Like Don Mattingly is their bench coach, and he's now their guy.
It's a talented roster.
You know his son is in the front office for the Phillies?
Mattingly?
Yes.
Is he really?
Yes.
Good for him.
No, nepotism.
Oh, come on. How do you know he's not
nepotism?
Guy just had an inside track on better baseball knowledge.
I don't know. But no, I'm saying nepotism that you hired your dad as the freaking head. You're like, you're the new manager.
The other way.
Yes. Reverse nepotism. But it's the Phillies. It's max of okay. Let's go get Alex now.
Yes,
but maybe they should have called Alex first. Or if we fire our guy right now, are you coming on? Because now they're like, we fired a guy, and Alex said no. So now we're like, all right, Mattingly, you're up for the 15. How many teams has Mattingly managed?
I don't know. And how many has he been successful with? Really, any of them?
That Miami one was not.
No, that was awful. He was the worst head coach. Was he the manager when they opened up the new stadium?
Yes.
I mean, that is such an anti-Don Mattingly, even just type stadium, that you're just like, how is
Flavor
this?
the Egg, and he's got like this, like the bright Miami colors. It's the oranges and the greens. It's got a fish tank in the back, and
it's just
like, what is happening?
That's just not
something about Miami draws those Yankees. Jeter was in the front office there. Holy cow! But speaking of Miami, they're hanging tough.
Man, they really are.
Hanging tough in the NL East.
Yeah.
When some powerhouses that are kind of the power is off right now.
Way off.
But yeah, Miami. Hey, Nats.
They're playing great.
You were poo-pooing those Nats. Guess what? I should have taken that bet with odds, where I said who's going to have a better record at the end of the year. God, I should have just trusted my gut there.
30 days.
30 days.
But no, I think that's an overall story to look at, though, is, I mean, the Nats and Marlins are playing great. The White Sox and Rockies, laughing
bottom
stock.
feeders.
14 and 17. The Rockies, look, I know the
14
Mets,
and 18 today. Rockies lost.
Okay, they lost today. But the Mets had they ended their 12-game losing streak, won 3 in a row, played a doubleheader against Colorado, and scored 1 run. The Houston Astros were hot to start the season, went to Colorado, and got swept. I'm loving it. I'm loving that there's
You're McDonald's right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You loving it.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the competitiveness right now. I don't know if it's going to hold, but just knowing that you're going in, I mean, it's like in fantasy baseball, you're like, oh, they're playing the White Sox, pick up that pitcher.
Yeah.
If you're doing that now, you're getting burned by it.
Got some dingers, some hitters. They're up. 2 of my playoff picks are way down. Houston's 12 and 20. My Royals are 12 and 19. Yikes. But I got some other ones. I've got my Braves looking pretty, man.
They are looking good.
Best record in baseball right now.
Walt Weiss
22 and 10.
I know guys out there like Ill Will were a little disappointed that they didn't get someone else. Because they were like, Weiss was the bench coach of Schnitker. How's it going to be any different?
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it takes is just a few small things. Maybe you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
That team had so much talent on it. Last year was just a fluke. It was a fluke.
It was.
Injuries and things just weren't connecting. You had some bad injuries on your pitching staff. You're managing through it. Schwellenbach's still not back. Strider's doing well, though.
He's coming up. Sales, I think this Sunday he's starting.
Yeah. And Sales is doing his thing. At age, 37? How old is he? He's just cruising along.
I need to know, though, what Walt Weiss did to get Michael Harris Jr. to start performing now.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't start doing anything till July.
He's the key.
But somehow in April.
Yeah, they got him turned up.
Man.
Maybe it's like setting your clocks early. He just set the calendar 3 months early. Michael Harris thinks it's actually July right now. He's got the sun and the heat pumped up. And it's like, man, this July heat is terrible.
I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready. I love the heat. But on the other end of that NL East, my friends, your Mets. World Series team, you didn't have them winning it, but you had them in it. The Mets,
awful,
10 and 21. If the Phillies have fired their guy in the Sox, how have the Mets not fired their manager yet?
It's going to take another a 4 or 5 game losing streak to do it.
Dude, they had a 12-game losing streak.
I know.
That wasn't enough?
Well, apparently not. But now that they've seen the Red Sox and the Phillies now fire managers,
it might be more agreeable, or they're you think that's going to prevent them from doing it? We don't want to be like everybody else. We want to be trendsetters.
Man, you spend that kind of money in the off season,
on
that kind of performance.
Yikes!
I mean, the Red Sox. I mean, they spent a decent amount. I still don't know if that justifies firing Cora. But the Phillies are a roster with a bunch of good talent. That's just the thing is if you spend all that money and you've got the talent that says you should go far and you start struggling, how can you not just axe them?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point if you? Yeah, I don't understand it.
You're 11 games under 500 already. I mean, you got to do something. If you've got a World Series or bust team almost. I don't know if you can just let this thing ride out and hope that, maybe Soto gets fully healthy and electrifies an offense. I mean, we've seen it kind of happen before. These guys can't all struggle like this for the whole season, right? You've got to turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when is it going to be too late? I don't know. I don't know if the manager there, I forget his name in the Mets. I don't even know if he's really that great to begin with, though.
No, I don't know what his track record is, but I don't care. I don't care if you're. I mean, Alex Cora had an incredible track record. He's won a World Series.
Yes.
He got the axe. How are you holding on to yours?
I don't know.
Yeah, I blame it on. You know what I blame it on? I blame it on Mr. Met. Because what is that? I mean, it's too distracting. He's like a cryptid. He's half man, half baseball. He's just freaking people out.
A cryptid?
A cryptid. You know what a cryptid is?
I'm
about to tell you what a cryptid is.
Thank you.
Because it segues so perfectly into my next topic. So a cryptid it's like an animal or a humanoid whose existence is claimed based on like anecdotal evidence, folklore, or sightings. So like Sasquatch, like Bigfoot or something like that. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that while not like a state bird or a state tree, each state has a official, unofficial cryptid that they are owned? Do you know this? It came up, man. I'm serious. Apparently, Ohio they put legislation through a bill that would designate an official cryptid for Ohio.
The legislation.
Wonderful. A bill. This is what our government's doing.
This is Ohio.
This is what our government's doing. This is like, don't worry about shutdowns or wars.
Nope.
Let's get an official humanoid folklore creature. Theirs is called the Loveland Frogman. Loveland Frogman. That's the state's official cryptid.
Okay.
Apparently, it's about showcasing their communities. That's what they're kind of prefacing it as.
Okay.
The legend dates back to 1972 when 2 police officers reported spotting a large frog-like creature on different nights. The Frogman made headlines again 10 years ago, 2016, when a couple claimed they had seen a massive amphibian while playing Pokemon Go. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. The sighting prompted the guy who says to be one of the police officers who saw him in 1972 come forward with the whole story. He's like, it's real. There is a Loveland Frogman.
Of course. Yep.
Roaming around Ohio. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I had to do. I did a deep dive. Yep. Absolutely. I found out that there's a cryptid in every state, whether it be passed by legislation or not. Every state. People, please look up. Just go look up cryptids by state, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I wanted to go through every single one. We don't have time. We don't have time to go through everyone. But here's what I'm going to do this for you.
You find the best stuff. You keep this podcast beyond interesting.
So I wanted it. I was like, I'll narrow it down to 3. I can't. I have to narrow it down to 5. We're going to do 5. I'm going to give you 5 cryptids.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the name of the cryptid. I'll even give you the description of what the cryptid is because the names are insane.
Okay.
I want you to try and guess the state.
Okay.
That the cryptid belongs to. Okay? Are you ready?
You give me credit thinking I know so many states. Thank you, though.
You better know 40 states.
I know. I think I can name all states.
I mean, you just have to guess one, right? Yeah. All right. Let's start with the... Let's start... It's called it's a Snallygaster.
Snallygaster?
Snallygaster. I'll give you what it is. A Snallygaster is apparently a chimera beast. A chimera. You know what a chimera is?
No.
A chimera. Well, while I'm looking it up, because I don't know what a chimera beast is, but I just love the name, Snallygaster.
It sounds almost kind of like a...
Chimera is a fire-breathing hybrid creature, typically with a lion with a goat's head on its back and a snail tail. That's why it's called a Snallygaster.
What?
It's a monstrous... You have to recommend a monstrous fire-breathing...
I'm just befuddled that somebody says that they've seen something like this.
They've seen something, or they
should not be allowed to vote. Anyone that votes on this legislation or has signed a petition for this...
Snallygaster.
I mean...
What state, Snallygaster? This fire-breathing, lion-faced, goat-backed snail tail.
Sounds like some kind of... Jesus, I don't know. New Hampshire.
No, Maryland.
Oh,
right around the corner.
I was kind of thinking
that it's our backyard, dude. Let's go look for a Snallygaster up in Maryland. Yeah, let's go find ourselves. How many times have we gone to Baltimore, Bmore? I bet you in one of those drunken stupors we've seen a Snallygaster.
We've seen
Whoa.
Is that what they're calling
I'm pretty sure that Todd was picking one up at a bar. Oh, he's taking up a Snallygaster. Todd still listens, right? He's going to get that. But a Snallygaster. We'll find out. Yes, all right. All right, how about a... I'm not going to get through this. How about a...
If they're better than a Snallygaster, this is going to be tough.
How about this one? You don't even have to guess what it's... the cryptid is a pigman. Pigman. Humanoid pig. Which state has sightings of humanoid pigs?
Well, I mean, that's got to be New York, because Kramer saw a pig man in the hospital.
Oh, I love that you reference Seinfeld here. No. Apparently Vermont. Vermont has pigmen.
Okay.
Jimbo went to law school in Vermont. We should ask if he ever saw a pig man.
Or knows where there's a good chance we could find them.
Right.
These are all on the eastern seaboard, so we
Right.
can
Well,
go
okay.
take a gander.
We do a road trip.
I'd love that.
Maybe that's your next fellas annual
Then
getaway.
we gotta
Let's
go. Then we got to go to
hunt
that bar that's got the baculum.
The
whale
baculum. Yes.
baculum.
Oh, did they get it back?
I don't know.
We got to search. All right. How about a fook monster? Don't make fook. I said fook monster.
Boy.
It's a fook monster.
What is a description?
That's a hairy ape-like creature. Fook monster. Not to be confused with Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Fook monster.
I'm gonna say like I don't know, like the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Black Hills, South Dakota. Are they Black Hills that I'm not aware?
It's a popular like that's where like Deadwood. It's considered, like,
of course you
Black
bring
Hills.
it back to Deadwood. Of course. No, you find the Fook monster in Arkansas or Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Fook
monster.
Fook monster.
Okay.
How about a squonk?
Is that like a giant squirrel?
Squonk? No. A squonk.
Oh yes, of course.
Come on,
Keep saying it. I'll go get it.
We're running on theme here. A squonk is a hairy pig creature with warts who always cries. That's a squonk.
Okay. How do you know it always cries?
I didn't see it. I didn't live where. There's a hint. I didn't live where this squonk was found.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Hairy pig creature. Oh, Colorado.
No, you should be surprised because I bet you, because I bet you there's a bunch of squonks in Heinz Field, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania got the squonks, those hairy creatures that got warts, and cries all the time. You squonkers. Yeah, we're calling you guys. What do they call you? What the yins? Stop calling you yins. Start calling you squonks.
At least it's better than a. What was the first
You guys
one?
are going to Pittsburgh. Oh my God! Please start calling people squonks up in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
For your fellas annual getaway. Please do that and see if they're like, "What did you do?" I am not a hairy man like pig man
with
warts and cry. I'm not crying. You're crying. He is a squonk. All right, I got one more for you.
Okay.
No definition. It's skunk ape.
I'm gonna say Virginia.
Oh, you thought I would that?
Virginia?
You thought I would?
Okay.
No, but a shout out to a couple of our friends that do live here. Florida's got the skunk apes.
Yeah, I could see that. It's so dirty, smelly. It's a smelly state.
Apparently a skunk ape is
Jacksonville's a smelly city.
It is a smelly city.
Yeah, you can smell it flying over it. It's that bad.
Yikes!
Yeah,
got the stink lines and everything. But yeah, apparently it does have a definition. Apparently, a skunk ape is a Sasquatch, but it's just extra smelly. It's a smelly Sasquatch, skunk ape in Florida. So now you can. If you want, Virginia is the beast of Ballinboro, which is a phantom cat. That sounds cool. Virginia's got a cool one, phantom cat.
I actually heard that.
What? You've heard of the beast of Bleedenboro?
So I was doing a little because there was a story about how Bigfoot. The documentary's coming out. Speaking of documentaries, that basically that famous video that you see, this grainy.
Oh yeah.
It's all fake.
Of course,
all fake. But it got me kind of digging a little bit, and you can find sightings of like official people that have, like, I don't know, put where they've seen like Bigfoot all over the country. Okay. And I typed in Virginia, and I did remember seeing that like beast of the battle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a folklore, man. Let's go. Maybe we'll do this. I went through 5. Maybe I'll give you another 5, and we'll just keep going through cryptids. They're so good. I'm not going to get all of them, but I'll find another 5 that are worth. I'm sure you could, because they're great, and then we'll see if you can remember which states we've already checked off the list. I know you're not going to forget Squonk.
No, Squonk, and Maryland is the
Snallygaster. You should have seen it. It's like these are places that we've traveled. We've traveled to Pennsylvania, traveled to Florida, traveled to Maryland. I've traveled to Vermont to visit Jimbo. Arkansas, I just picked because it's called a fook monster. Freaking fook monster. All right. All right. So let's get back to the baseball, man. We didn't talk about talking baseball. Yeah, we didn't talk about. We did talk. We talked about Ohio. Ohio with their new cryptid. So let's get back to Ohio. Reds right now. We were talking hyping up the NL Central as being a very prominent. Hey, anybody could win this thing. Right now, it's the Reds
with a negative run differential.
I hate it.
It doesn't matter.
I hate it.
I'll give them credit though. All those teams in the NL Central winning record. All the teams in the AL Central losing record right now.
Very true.
Which is just crazy to think because looking back, I mean, when you saw teams like the Pirates and the Reds, you just assume way under 500.
Yeah.
But, man, power to that division.
20-11. They are literally a game and a half behind Atlanta as the best record in baseball right now.
And Atlanta's playing .700 baseball.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. I think the Reds actually – look, I know – look, Ely, De La Cruz, and Sal Stewart are playing out of their mind.
Yeah.
The rest of the hitters really aren't.
Yes, I know. I got one of them.
Yeah, Matt McClain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Thank God that's not working out for you.
Hey, I'm just holding on.
I know you
just
are.
Be patient.
You hold on for a long time. But no, the rest of their hitters.
Even though I said I wasn't doing it, I was going to not do this year. I'm doing it all over again. I'm just holding on to the guys way too long. I'm like, he could bounce back. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But no, it's one of those where, I mean, look, I don't think Sal Stewart's going to be a top 5 player in the league. He could be really good, but those other guys might catch up.
Yeah.
The pitching has done pretty well. The bullpen's been great.
Yes.
But there's a lot of room for, like, improvement almost. So I don't know if they've maxed out their talent and gotten this far. Whereas I'd say a team like the Oakland A's on the AL West, their pitching has been way too good. Their pitching is not that
Never
good.
going to sustain. Yeah.
So I don't believe them being in first place out there. So I think the Reds actually could have some staying power.
You're buying. We're talking about we do buy, sell.
Yeah.
But you're buying on the Reds. I'm
buying them to stay competitive. I don't know if the Cubs and Brewers might really challenge, but I think the Reds stay in it for the whole year.
Dude, Cubs are literally one game behind them.
They are. It's all close.
You want to talk about run differential? Like you said, Cincinnati in the -5 right now.
Yes.
Cubs are plus 35.
I know.
I can't look at that and think that it's sustainable. But I will say this: you had a lot of good points.
Thank you.
One more good point. Who's their manager right now?
Good thing you mentioned that because I was going to say that. Yeah, Terry Francona.
Terry Francona.
Yep.
Just perform. Winner.
And can do it for a whole season. Like, just knows the game.
I just love that he went down the road. He wasn't he the Cleveland Guardian? He went from Cleveland to Cincinnati. He loves Ohio.
Good on him, I guess.
He loves that Loveland Frogman. Maybe he is the Loveland Frogman.
Or he's seen him.
Oh, my God. He's like, I'm not leaving this state until I catch me a Frogman. But, I mean, yeah, the Central's fascinating. The two bottom feeders in that, your
Pirates are technically last.
Plus 17 in the differential. Milwaukee's right behind them or right above them just because they've lost 2 less games. Plus 26.
Yeah.
Plus 26 in their differential, and they're sitting at 2 games above 500. Fascinating stuff. Dodgers are not. Dodgers are just crushing as always.
Yes.
They got a plus 66 run differential, 2011, doing exactly what everybody's. Are they going to go over 110 wins?
I think so. I think because the last 2 years they've started off slow and struggled. I don't know what happened to Mookie Betts last year. I mean, he lost like the 20 pounds. I know he's hurt now.
You know what happened is Will Billy drafted him,
That's
and
true, too.
he's refused to ever draft that man ever again.
We all have a few players like that,
we do.
I think. I don't blame you, dude, because that was just awful from the jump.
And that's when he was auto drafting because he's a pitcher guy. And the first guy he gets is Mookie Betts. He's like, this is why I only draft pitchers. Which, by the way, is still working for you, man. You're still sitting pretty in first place.
I am.
Good for you.
Can I get a buy or sell on my team?
I'm selling because you're hitting all the right notes right now. And there's going to come a time where you're going to pick up the wrong guy, you're going to drop the wrong guy, and the wheels are going to start coming off.
I know, that's why I haven't been making any ad drops.
I know, but that's what was working for you, and now you'd stop.
But now I've got a great squad.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, like we talked about this. Your team goes as Trout goes. He is the second best player in fantasy baseball right now. Good on you for getting him back.
So smart.
You got the Bigo rebounds. We talked about how this is some people's drafting strategy, so you've got that going for you, man.
I think Jimbo's doing that with me too.
You think he
picked up that Josh Young in Texas. I think he saw that I drafted him late.
Like, yoinks.
I think he did that.
Okay.
Come on to Jimbo. I'm watching his team very closely.
Yeah, but you've got the league leader in home runs in Murakami.
That can't hold.
The White Sox.
Can't.
He strikes out so much.
But you know what? He surprisingly walks a lot too.
Yeah.
It's one
of those
things.
three.
It's one
home
of those
run,
three.
strikeout,
Yeah.
walk. That's it.
I'm happy about the walks. I
know you
knew
are.
about the strikeouts and home runs.
Do you hear, getting back to fantasy really quickly, you hear all the chatter, everybody's getting so upset about the quality of starts. We switched, so for those that know, in our fantasy baseball league, we switched categories from, because there are categories in baseball, it's you win a category, you win a point, that's how it works. We had been a win league for forever. Category is pitcher wins. We, for the first time, switched over to quality starts, and everybody hates it.
Apparently, no one wanted quality starts either.
Oh,
That's the way it's coming off.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got to be kidding me with this. I cannot believe it. I love you guys, but I really hate you guys sometimes.
The minute it stops working out in your favor, you're like, this sucks. Why did we do this?
What did you expect? That's why you can't now just pick up random streamers that go 5 innings.
Strategy.
Yes.
You know this is a category.
Yes.
Pick a guy that's going to go 6 innings.
Everyone sat here last year and said, we want quality starts because guys like Paul Skeens, because that's all it was for Paul Skeens, basically.
It was the Paul Skeens rule.
It really was. And you all agreed with it.
He's like, you won a Cy Young. He had a sub-2 ERA, but he didn't give me any wins.
So what's the point? Why have a pitcher that's that good that can only help you in like one category because you're never going to get a win? So what? ERA and maybe Ks, there needs to be better things for a starting pitcher. Okay, forget the wins because then relievers just can't outwin you by just picking up wins throughout the week like Nate Dogg used to do.
Yeah.
3 starting pitchers and all relievers, but they would just get you 4 wins throughout the week.
Yeah.
You can't win. I don't get it. We can't win on wins. Quality starts.
Sour grapes.
It just is.
I like it. I mean, like, I've adapted, and I've actually been doing pretty good with the quality of starts. I got a stable of guys that I'm like, I don't, it's like, they might not be aces. They're giving up 3 runs, 2 or 3 runs, but they get 6 innings, 7 innings. I'm like, good.
I'll be honest. This is where my downfall is going to come because I'm going to talk a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think anyone in our group really likes me doing well in anything.
Hey, I like it.
And no, you don't.
I like it until I play you, and then I love beating you.
I know you do. But seeing me in first place and seeing that me taking all these pictures and telling you that the only reason why I did it with Will was because I saw the value, I think everyone just realizes I outsmarted you all. I found the strategy with the rules
with the
place,
new rules.
And I took advantage of it.
Ooh,
and you all sat there and just kept drafting
out.
batter after batter after batter after batter. And guess what? I have the most home runs and RBIs in the league.
Get out of here.
Plus the best pitchers.
I mean, I'll give you some credit. I was giving you so much crap about the De La Cruz for Screwball.
I know.
He's
10 homers.
10 homers, 8 stolen bases.
In the offseason.
8 stolen bases. He's only behind your boy Trout.
Yep.
I mean,
and Murakami in home runs.
Murakami, 12 home runs. And
Sia Suzuki is launching balls now that he's back.
Now that he's back. You're a Cubbies fan, man. You got that Cubbies outfield. You got Happ and you got Suzuki.
Thank you, Darkness for Happ.
What are you doing? Come on, man. You're doing what we told you not to do. We were so proud of you. We were so proud of you because we're like, he's turned a corner, and he's back to. I'm just reaction dropping these people.
Will dropping Otto Lopez from the Marlins, one of the best hitters in the NL right now.
Yeah.
He just dropped Nimmo. I can't believe he's still sitting there.
Oh, I almost picked him up.
You should.
I'm probably going to.
You need to.
Right after we stop recording. Before we put this out in public.
Let's see if anyone's picked him up.
Yeah. But, fantasy baseball's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. You Rocket Raiders. And what happens, man? He's in a massive gambling scandal.
Bad.
What's worse is that the worst has not come out yet. It can't. If nobody. So for those of you who don't know, Brendan Sorsby, highly touted quarterback, was the highest quarterback in the transfer portal in college football last year. Went from Cincinnati and got paid the big bucks to go to Texas Tech. We talked about this.
Yep.
$5 million or north of 4.8, 4.9 or something along those lines. And it's now come out now that he has voluntarily gone into rehab, because everybody just voluntarily goes into rehab when things are going great, but voluntarily going to rehab for gambling addiction. Little leagues start coming out. He's doing thousands of bets. But the damning thing is he's doing it on college football while playing college football. And that's a big no-no. Cannot do that. Not only that, he was doing it betting on Indiana games when he was playing for Indiana.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, was he really?
Yes, he was.
I mean, Cincinnati?
No, I think he was in Indiana first. He was a backup in Indiana.
Okay.
Then he went to Cincy. Now he went to Texas Tech.
I didn't know, because I knew he was doing underage. He was technically not even 18 and doing it.
But
That's
like,
when he was at Indiana.
Yeah, so like he was also, and again, he's giving you all of the degenerate calling cards. Like he was betting live balls and strikes at baseball games when he was at a baseball game.
Man.
This guy's got an issue.
Yeah.
But I gotta feel that, because right now they're saying there's like thousands of bets, but it was like $5 bets, $10 bets. It wasn't like huge money.
Yeah.
But still, the volume that he was doing it, and that he was doing it on a sport that he was playing, which again, big no, can't do that. Emmanuel Classe, come on,
I know.
let's read the room and look at our historical background of what is okay and what's not. What's going to be we have the foresight. Let's try and have some foresight here. What's going to happen? What's the NCAA going to do? What should they do? What are your thoughts?
I think, the NCAA should absolutely end his college eligibility, kick him out, and he's done. Gone. NCAA does not seem to ever want to do something if you're a star and if you're going to make them even more money. I don't know. The evidence is pretty damning, though. I don't know how you can't suspend him. I don't know if they try to find a way. I mean, they'll probably say something, well, he never bet
in games he's like playing in. They're gonna find a little loophole.
Yeah. But that is such a slippery slope. I mean, the gambling, and I don't know how rampant it is, but I don't know. I started to think of it as like, this is just he's just the Cam Newton and Reggie Bush that got caught. How are all these kids? Just think about it. I mean, even if they're getting paid millions, how could you not imagine? Did you remember all the people playing party poker?
Yeah.
Could you not imagine if sports gambling was going on? I know I would have been doing it.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
And then you talk about the disposable income that they have available to them now, right? He's got $5 million as a kid. I'm not oblivious to the fact that if I had got $5 million dropped in my pocket as a 21-year-old,
that'd be gone in 60 days.
Vegas, baby.
I like to call it lost wages.
But yeah, I don't like. It's a bad thing. I'm with you. I think that they should just make an example out of the kid. That no matter how good you are and highly touted you are, you can't do this, and you got to nip it in the bud. And you gotta, like you said, suspend him for the entire year. He loses his eligibility, still go to the draft, but that's gonna be a scarlet letter on him for his life if that happens, because he's voluntarily gone into rehab. You know that's his team trying to maneuver, right? They're we've already identified, and we're already trying to make things better. Best case scenario, they got to imagine that maybe he's suspended for half the year.
You're right. That is the best case
I got to imagine that's the best case scenario. If he gets anything less, the NCAA has no teeth. No teeth for this.
But no, best case scenario, they suspend him all the games until they get into Big 12 play.
Okay. What was that, like a quarter of the season?
4 games or something?
I don't know.
They love doing that. We're going to suspend you the first 2
that's
games
true.
of
But
the
I mean,
year.
this is egregious, especially because, again, I don't think that the other shoes dropped on this. I feel like we're going to find out that he actually was betting on games he was playing in.
Yeah.
or he had a middleman that was putting in these bets for him.
It's hard not to think that, right? With all this, with the NBA stories we've been seeing, with these other colleges that have been getting, I'm not saying he's getting involved with, like, you know, let's just call them bad actors, but it always gets worse. Like, the story comes out and then you just hear it being worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, we saw with Calvin Ridley, right? He was suspended an entire year.
That's true.
Right? And you gotta ask yourself, it's part of the trade. You're playing sports. You can't bet on sports. I can understand you can bet on sports that you're not playing in. Like, can't professionals?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I guess you could do that at professional.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you think they could do that for college?
Well, and that's the other thing. I don't know how he did this because, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it's not professional sports, like, I remember trying to bet on a Tech game, a Virginia Tech game, and it was blacked out just because I was in the same state as where the college was. So how is he betting on Indiana when he's playing at Indiana? So that tells you, again, another level of his degeneration. He's probably got like a phantom IP address that allows him to bet outside of the state or inside the state. How else is he putting these bets in?
That's true.
Unless he's got a middleman. But he's going through all of that, all of those steps and all that hard work to do it. It just reeks. Then why? If it was just hey, I've got a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Why did you maneuver so hard to be able to bet on a team that you're on?
Hard to believe it's only like $5-10 then. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
All those maneuvers to just put that little bit of money in there. Like, that's kind of just like for fun and just, I want to have a little sweat.
Yeah.
But if you're doing all that, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out that he's spending more.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. You kind of put this in here. It's like, are we kind of naive to not think that this was eventually going to happen? That this wasn't just the obvious conclusion, the obvious next step. It's like it's on every commercial, on every sports game. Bet. These people, they're kids. They make mistakes.
And it's all that, like, kids, but it's that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like, you want to feel like you have a sweat.
You got some skin in the game.
Yeah. Like,
I do it.
I wish I could do it.
Yeah.
I
you know
addicted
yourself.
personality,
Yeah,
but it's just went down that road. It was not pretty. Thankfully, I came out positive on the
yes, you did.
with the money. But it's
look
like,
at us now. You're positive. You're doing
that too.
But A+ podcast right now.
Right, it is. But yeah, I just can't believe he'd be the only person out of 100 guys on a football team that aren't doing this on the side. And I think coaches know it. I think it's a bad secret that everyone knows, and the coaches are just trying to help them not get caught.
Well, yeah, Cincy and Indiana are complicit in this. They're actually talking about going after those two schools and seeing what they know.
They should.
Because it's happened under your guys' watch.
Yeah, it absolutely should. All this Wild West that's gone on, I'm hoping that so much of this has finally gone on and everyone's railed against the NCAA. Maybe this is where they sit there and say, we're going to dig in. Like, we can't just keep just saying, well, you all voted for this. Just let it all happen. Pay these guys whatever you want. Transfer wherever you want. I know they're trying to come up with, like, the eligibility rule, like the 5 years.
5 years,
max,
one transfer for free or something like that.
So maybe this is they're turning a new leaf, and unfortunately, Brendan Sorsby, maybe you did this at the wrong time because they might really use you as an example. But this is what you got to do. Like I said before, the Ray Rice video, I don't know what the NFL would have done if he was the superstar that he was at the time when he just knocked his girlfriend out in an elevator. But he was trash by then. He was no one was probably going to re-sign him anyways, or the Ravens could have easily cut him. But it's and
you remember that it's like he almost skated by until the video came out. Like the report came out.
Yeah.
The report came out and they're like, okay, you're suspended for a game, maybe two, because they reconciled. He's still married to that woman.
Really?
Yeah. They said it was just a really bad night. I saw that video. That is not a bad night.
That's the first time you've ever done something like that. Get out of here.
But once the video came out, they're like, okay, that was horrific. Yeah. And now everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, I think the NCAA, especially right now, because I don't think they've come out with anything. This story's been out for a couple days now, and they've just been like, we're gathering information.
As they should.
I feel like they're waiting to see if that other shoe drops. And I think that they're waiting to see how bad or what yield of, like, how is this going to blow back on us? And it's like, if nothing else comes out, we could maybe sweep this under the rug. We could maybe just slap his hand. But if they see him in Vegas throwing dice, or like on like I don't know, on a sports page, and just has all he shows his brackets, and he's got every bracket with like $100 bill on it or something like that. I don't know, like, you know, they might just have to just again make an example of him, and you know, I don't know. I don't know the kid. You know, I'd hate to see him just flush his future down the drain.
But you know the rules going in. I mean, I feel bad because it's like, well, I mean, any 18-year-old is allowed to gamble on sports. But when you're in in a different position,
well,
man.
and then we talk about this again. The same thing when we were talking about like the what were we talking about, the NFL like entry when they're like the rookie symposiums. Are they doing this in college? They're saying, you cannot do this. Here's what will happen if you do this.
They've got to, right?
Apparently, maybe not.
Wow.
Like you said, like these schools are complicit. They can't imagine. You tell me you're not seeing this guy on FanDuel like scrolling through like beep, beep, boop, bop, bop. It's like you see it happening, you're just gonna ignore it because he's throwing TDs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I personally, it sucks. And if it were me, I'd be like, do not throw the book at me. Yeah. I'm a kid. I'm just a kid.
I know.
But you might just have to be the sacrificial lamb in this situation. So Sorsby, I don't know.
The only thing that would have made me feel a little bit, I don't know, better's not the right word, but man, do I really wish he had signed for LSU. And this be Lane
Suck
Kiffin's
it, Lane.
problem. Yeah.
He's like, grab.
Which apparently I hear though that the Texas Tech backup quarterback, I forget his name. They actually have high hopes for him. He is coming off like an ACL injury, and he might be available by like week 2 or 3.
That's just posturing. Yeah, I mean, he had an ACL injury. There's a reason they paid $5 million for Sorsby.
Well,
that quarterback room is not what they want it to be a title contender.
Perhaps not, but there still could be. I think they'll run through the Big 12. They got to go up against BYU.
Ooh,
I know exactly. That's it.
Red Raiders.
So I don't know. Maybe they could get hot in the playoff again. Maybe with this other quarterback. I don't know, but I don't. You know, I'm just trying to look on the bright side because I had Texas Tech doing well last year.
Yeah, you got a soft spot for them tortilla chuckers. That sounds very offensive. Let me say, when I call them tortilla chuckers, that is what they do at games. They throw tortillas on the field.
Man, you're acting like a skunk right now.
Hey, you're the squonk.
Squonk.
You're the squonk, Pennsylvania. You snallygaster.
There it is.
You freaking skunk ape spook monster.
I keep thinking of the Allagash, like the beer.
Oh, yeah, from Vermont.
Yeah, I keep thinking of that when you...
No, Snallygaster, Maryland. Man, I love me some cryptids, man.
I do too, actually. That was great. I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, you know, we'll make it a part 2, especially if people start telling us that was great.
Yeah.
Like let's take this. Do my state next. Do me.
What's Hawaii?
Ooh, I'm looking at right now. But no, we love our listeners. We love our fans.
We do.
So much so that we're gonna start getting them involved, whether they like it or not. So this kind of leads into our last story of the day, right? You know, we came across something and we're like, man, we have to find some way to do this. But there's it's kind of heartwarming. There's something that's going on. It's like in the years and the ages of swiping and dating apps, and people are being less involved. What happened to the days where you had a friend that said, you know what, I know a girl, I think you guys would really hit it off.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I know our parents died. How did your parents meet?
I think my dad snuck into a party at a hotel, and my mom was there. And
Wow.
Yeah.
Saucy.
A little bit.
All right. My parents met at a school newspaper. Like, my dad was the editor, and she was a reporter.
Okay.
So a little power.
Okay.
I know. I don't know. And he was like 4 years older than her, too. He was a senior. She was a freshman.
Man.
Yeah.
I guess her stories made front page.
Yeah, every week. Freaking Barbara. But no, but those are the ways, and like I like especially I feel like you saw like polls a generation ago, or even in the cusp of our generation, you saw how did you meet your significant others through family or through friends or through like people that know me and can put me in a good light. I know that I dated a lot of people through our friend group that did not go well. I don't know why you guys kept putting me in a good light. More like your guys' girlfriends. So shout out, apologies. I've turned a new leaf and I've found the one.
We always knew that good guy was in there.
He was in there. He's just deep down. But I like to see it coming back. So in London, apparently, younger millennials and older Gen Zers are ditching the dating apps. They're going back. They're like, forget these. But they're ditching them for slide decks and PowerPoints.
Yes.
So it's called Date My Mate. It's a live dating event hosted by a pub in London where participants create and present PowerPoint slides to pitch their close friends as potential dates for those looking for love.
Yeah.
What a wholesome idea.
It really is.
They said that attendees adorn either a date or mate. So I guess you bring the person you're doing a PowerPoint for. Like, I'm the mate.
Yep.
This is the date. And friends boast about their pals. It's just a big hype train.
I love that.
Toot toot.
Love to hear what you all would have to say about me.
Yeah, right? So, we thought, sadly, we don't have a lot of single friends.
No.
They're all tethered and tied. But we thought, in theory,
yes,
let's try this out. So, guys, I know you can't wait. We put a poll out. We'll see if we have any late entries to that poll. Or maybe Semco and I will decide, you know what? It's done. The polls are closed.
Okay.
I haven't decided yet. Maybe the polls are open. Maybe the polls are closed. But on next podcast, Semco and I will pick one of those winners on the poll, and we will be doing a PowerPoint of our friends in a theoretical world where we're trying to get them a date. So tune in for that.
Yes.
We are going to try and do this, and we'll be nice. Semco, I don't know if I'm going to let him review my slide deck prior. I think I'm just going to let you see it live.
Yeah, I want to see it live.
Right there. But, man, Date My Mate. I love the idea. Comes to satisfaction and it's working apparently in UK. The dating apps have dropped in recent years.
Just because they suck. It is a jungle out there.
It's a jungle. You met your wife on a dating app, didn't you?
It took.
So you're one of the success stories.
I am, but you got to weed through. Man, it messes with your confidence.
Yeah.
It's not pretty sometimes.
Yeah.
So power to anyone that's met someone through there and has stuck with it, but it's not easy, man. Yeah,
we did this on the podcast earlier, but I told you my best success on dating apps is when I swiped and then I handed DW the phone.
Yeah,
because he's insane, and apparently that's the best way to get a connect on these dating apps is just to be a little bit loose.
Just being like, how was your day today, or what do you like
does
doing?
not work.
We should hang out sometime.
Oh my God, you're being normal?
Yeah,
gross.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thanks.
So you're a success story. We got another Will Billy's a success story.
Yeah.
Met his significant other, his wifey, on the swipes.
I didn't take him as long as I did, but
no, I don't know. Like, I don't think that she listened, so I could say that he had himself a few frogs before that princess. But he's got some stories. That is the fun part. But those are his stories to tell. I will not share those stories. I've got my own.
Maybe when we're in Pittsburgh, maybe. Oh, I did want to say.
Oh, okay.
I believe there will be a Brandon Gordon podcasting from Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're confident in this, huh?
The voice might be a little bit different.
Okay.
But there probably will be a Brandon Gordon.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Is that a threat?
Take it however you want it.
You're replacing me?
No. I just have offers to.
I bet you do.
Co-host.
I know who one of those, because he's threatened me. He said, "You better come, or else I'm going to be Bigo."
Yep.
And he said that. And you know what I said? You'd be a great Bigo. That's what I said.
He'd do your name right, I think.
Yeah.
It would be terrible.
Can't do it much worse.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. But that sends us out, guys. Something to look forward to. Give you a little bite of the apple for next episode. Next episode, we'll be done with the first round officially in the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a quick review. I've got something to say about a few of the matchups. It was scary at first for some of my picks. Ooh. It's looking to be sorted out. That Houston team looks dead in the water, though.
Yeah.
And I think we both picked Houston to beat the Lakers.
I think so, but we had them getting
crushed by OKC because they cruise.
Yeah.
They're already past.
Just
sweepy.
Put them in the Western Conference Finals, and let's move on.
But we'll touch on that.
Yep.
Maybe we'll do a little bit of baseball. Maybe NFL recap we've done. Draft's over, but maybe we'll see some new free agency.
You never know. Yeah.
Little pickers. Hey, maybe Aaron Rodgers will actually say hi.
Yes.
Maybe he'll actually come out of the ayahuasca haze and say hello to you.
I don't know.
To your Yinzers. To your Squonks.
Squonks. He's a Squonk.
He's a Squonk. Well. With that, guys, we'll send you off on your way. Enjoy the listen and look forward to the next one. We'll have visual aids on the next one. I'm very excited.
Well, real quick, we are going to kind of move our podcast day.
Yes, officially.
I think we're going to start, we're going to record on Wednesdays.
Hump day.
We'll see how that goes for a little bit. Might change it. May end up changing it by the NFL season to Mondays again. But we're going to try Wednesdays and see how that goes. If you like it, let us know.
It's a great way to break up the week.
I think so.
Yeah.
It kind of helps. Maybe makes
Get you ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Get you hyped. Old overconfident and undrafted. I put us backwards. Undrafted and overconfident. Get you motivated to enjoy that weekend.
Be ready for that weekend.
That's right.
Get to your Thursday.
Let's get it.
Well, this has been another episode of Overconfident and Undrafted. No, Undrafted. The two friends who would argue